We are live. So, hey guys, welcome to another episode of the Go Figure podcast, episode 39. And tonight we have a very awesome episode. And you probably noticed it's Saturday. What? We usually do it on
Yeah, our
Fridays, right?
guest made us so late that we had to wait a day.
Nah, it's all good. But yeah, we did a special rescheduling of the episode because we kind of fucked up
Screwed
our
the pooch.
own calendar. What? That's weird. Anyway.
Calendar.
Anyway, episode 39, Go Figure podcast. As you guys all know, now that we're part of the Raw Live and Unedited Podcasting Network, rawlivepod.com, you can listen to us on iTunes, SoundCloud, Podbean, or your listening platform of your choice. Remember to follow along on YouTube for the Go Fig Hot or Not, where you have a chance to be featured eventually and get roasted. Or get roasted.
Definitely getting roasted. You featured me.
So yeah, Fibbins, why don't you?
Anyway, before we get to the interview, just for people who don't know who you are, can you tell us a bit about yourself and what you do?
Me personally, what I do?
Yeah, sure.
I actually, I guess personally for work, I work in a wood shop. I do a lot of construction as far as making custom wood tables and furniture and stuff like that. Been working some kind of long hours recently, so I haven't been putting as much in photography, but that's what I do for work. And what was the other question? I'm sorry.
Oh, can you tell us a bit about yourself and what you do?
Oh, you know, and I collect figures. I collect some NECA, Hasbro, imports. I like to build diorama stuff, and also I like to do toy photography as well.
So cool. Tonight we have by the way, I forgot to, introduce the cast. So tonight we have Filler Bunny Ninja Shark, Urban Spidey, me, the Eternal Experience, and our awesome guest, who I'm glad we have him here tonight. It's at DNA Toy Photography on Instagram. So welcome, Danny. I'm glad to have you, man.
Thank you very much. I appreciate it. I appreciate the opportunity of having me on here.
Awesome. So let's just dive right into the interview section. Go ahead, Adam.
So, how did it all start? Photography or toys?
How did it all start? Photography or toys? I'd probably say it was toys. I mean, really just kind of growing up as a kid. My mom used to take me and my brother out to like Target and shit like that. And we used to get Marvel Legends, the old school Toy Biz ones. So it kind of started from there, and, kind of just getting older as a kid. I personally kind of grew out of it a little bit. But then just kind of coming full circle, I kind of started looking at stuff online, and I kind of got back into it, found some of my old shit, was trying to take pictures of that, and it's just kind of it's expanded from there. It's really and then all of that mixed with also kind of growing up, I was trying to paint some of the like the Warhammer kind of figures and stuff like that. I was no good at it, but I loved the little dioramas that they would make. So it was almost more enthusiasm to make some of the stuff I was doing now. As far as just the illusion, the smoke and mirrors of, just what you can paint and what you can get the certain angle of to just manipulate, exactly what you're looking at. So it was just, I found it really fascinating, and I've just completely engulfed myself in the hobby. So
nice. So, what actually got you into collecting, as a kid or as an adult? What got you to the point that you're right now?
Nostalgia, completely. To be totally honest, it's all nostalgia for me. It's stuff that you look at and you're like, oh shit, and I don't know about you guys, but sometimes there's that feeling of when you were a kid, you kind of look at something and you were playing with it, and then you hold it in your hand and you're like, oh shit, when you see it now, you're like, wow, this is what I was looking at. So most of it's nostalgia, and just kind of just how far you could push the boundaries. I really like the concept of smoke and mirrors, in all kinds of different aspects, and just in seeing some of this stuff and how far people can push toys into something that's lifelike, you know, and other shit like that. That's really freaking cool. So
Yeah. Nice.
Yeah, that is awesome. Actually, like to me, I gotta be honest. Like, I've been collecting for a while now, but once I got into like the whole thing with toy photography and all that, that's when I truly am enjoying the hobby to like its limits, basically. Because you know,
100%.
when you collect, like at least me, you know, I would get a new figure, I would pose it and stuff, but eventually the figure goes in the shelf, right?
Yeah.
But
I find the pose that look good and then fit it with everything else cluttering my shelf, and that was what happened.
yeah, exactly. But now you can always go back to that shelf and have like a selection of actors basically to act on your little movie. You know?
I completely understand with what you're saying, and it's really cool because it's sometimes you take a picture of something and you leave it on the shelf for a while, and you go in rotation as far as the other stuff you have on the shelf, and you come back to that figure, and it's kind of cool to see some of the progress that you've made as far as your photography as well. Just to kind of see, you know, the advancements is, you know, like if you did like a Spider-Man shot and then you did 50 other shots and came back to that Spider-Man shot, it's going to be a lot cleaner, a lot crisper. The detail, the articulation is going to be a lot better the first time around. So I definitely agree with you on that point as well.
Yeah. So next question.
What inspired you to start taking pictures?
What inspired me to start taking pictures? Really, I guess it was just kind of the art that you would see on the card backs of Marvel Legends. And I know it was real simple as far as just a base, you know, but you would see a cool pose with the base, and then you get that base and you kind of want to pose the figure just like that. But then, you know, that's kind of not enough. You're like, I want, you know, that entire Sentinel broken piece of the Wolverine and Magneto and Sabretooth and all that other shit, you know, and you're like, I want to make something bigger. And then it kind of leads from there. And then also, you know, I think it was also toy commercials just kind of growing up. You see those really cool shots of just like shit that you're like, you buy it and you're like,
I want to do that. Why can't I do that?
This isn't what I wanted. Like, I wanted something that was really fucking cool, and this isn't it.
Kids sitting there in the middle of a diorama playing with these toys.
Exactly. So, I mean, and it's not like the same anymore, where you're like, you know, banging them together and just like, oh, I'm gonna fuck you.
Sometimes I am.
Okay. You know, maybe I personally don't. I feel like I pay a decent amount of money for this plastic, so I don't want to fuck it up in case I have to sell it or anything like that. But I totally get you. But just the, you know, the illusion that you would see on that commercial of just like, oh, you know, so and so character crashing through a wall, like that still shot of just that character after the wall is just like, you see it, you'd be like, oh shit, like I do want that Hulk figure. And then you realize it's like 2001 and it's a piece of shit. So it's I don't know, it was just kind of seeing that kind of stuff, and it's just like, well, like it's gotta be it's gotta be possible if people are doing it, you know. And it's like, that would just be really cool to see that shit. And then it kind of takes it to another level when you start really getting deep into it, where you're like, you know what, if I wanted to see Darth Vader riding a gorilla alien holding a chain gun fighting Wolverine, you know, like on a couch, like I could do that shit because, you know, fuck it, I, you know, like all the shit's here. So it's like, it's just that kind of idea of just like,
well, just letting your 5-year-old go crazy, pretty much.
Exactly.
Your inner 5-year-old.
Exactly. Whatever you want to call it. It's just the just like you're saying, just the excitement of just being like, I'm gonna throw whatever the fuck I want in there, and it's just gonna look fucking cool.
Yeah, and,
you know, I'm gonna ride it. Go ahead.
I gotta say that's a really interesting answer for that question, because that's the first time that someone has actually, you know, mentioned all that. And I gotta say that's a key thing with our childhoods. Basically, that's what really got us into collecting, because back in the day, like, video games existed, but they weren't as marketed as and popular as there are currently, you know.
Yeah,
completely.
So
back in the day, like, companies would pour all their money into like these awesome TV commercials for toys and action figures, because that's the shit that was selling.
Cartoons themselves became just long-winded advertisements for action figures.
Yeah,
Transformers.
exactly. like Transformers and all that. And I think that's really a great answer from you, because everyone, when we ask that question, usually people say, well, I've always been into collecting, and then I discovered, the whole toy photography scene on Instagram, and I kind of got into it. But that's a really awesome, answer. I like that a lot.
I'm glad. I mean, I know it's kind of unique, and really, I mean, it wasn't until about a year and a half ago that I kind of started taking the stuff more seriously and like looking at stuff on Google and seeing what people could do, and then more kind of honing toy photography into more kind of ACBA kind of stuff. But just, like the whole concept of it is just like, I mean, like you see people's work sometimes and you're like, holy shit, like how did you even do that? And it takes a little bit before you figure it out, but it's always really cool to see.
Sometimes you don't.
Yeah, exactly. There are sometimes, exactly. There are sometimes where you kind of sit on the picture and you like look at it for a while and you're like, I don't get this one at all.
Like this motherfucker. So and sometimes it's usually right after like you just upped your own game and you feel real proud about a shot you did.
Exactly. After you like took 45 minutes on a shot and went through like 150 pictures, you're like, I'm feeling good about this one. You upload it, and you're like,
shit,
are you serious? Like,
I can relate with that for sure. I think we all can relate with that.
Right? That's what I'm saying.
Yeah. Adam?
Oh, crap.
Not paying attention.
Welcome to the podcast, Adam. How you
doing? So can you share some beginner tips that helped you in your learning process?
Beginner tips that help me in the learning process. I would say definitely practice posing. I mean, like while you're watching TV, while you're doing whatever it is that's not photography, and you can have a moment to actually, like, instead of doing nothing, like practice posing. I would definitely say beginner tips is like just try making dioramas. It's $5 styrofoam and like $5 paint.
Find it.
Like it's Home Depot. I'm telling you, they sell like 3x3 sheets of it for $5. Home Depot.
Oh yeah, I completely get that. Like my Home Depot has them too. Just sometimes they don't for like mad long.
Totally. But I'm just saying, like for beginner people, like just try it. Like it's not that hard, and you kind of just watch a lot of videos and just try shit out. And then also just like try different lighting and like. Just like do lots of research on like what other people are doing first, and like definitely try it out with your own stuff. But like that's, I guess, a lot of the stuff that I learned was just through watching, just watching other people on YouTube as far as how they're lighting things, their behind the scenes, the placement of where they're putting figures to backgrounds to lights and, just everything around there. So I would say just do a lot of research first. I mean, it really doesn't hurt. It's always helpful to kind of see other people's behind the scenes stuff. So check that as well, I guess.
Cool. Yeah, that's actually pretty good advice, because like I see that sometimes people have like this really super sick, super expensive camera, but they can't post at all.
Yeah, that's
Definitely.
That's most of the people on Instagram.
Oh, yeah, an app.
Shots fired.
Shade drone.
What?
No, I've seen it before. I don't know anybody off the top of my head, but I know what you're talking about, and it kind of sucks, but it's like, they'll get better at some point in time.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not calling anyone out or anything. I'm just saying that I would, instead of spending the whole whatever the camera costs, I would at least try to like learn a little bit more of the actual craft first, and try to. I mean, that's what I did. I've been shooting toys basically for like 2 years, and like most of that time, I just use my cell phone and
I still am. Shit, it's all good.
Well, I have this little rule. Like, if I can't make my shit cell phone camera look good, then I can't make any photo look good.
Agreed. But I only have a cell phone camera, so I don't really have a lot. I don't have a lot.
Well, I took photos with my cell phone for years before I bought a camera, and then after I even bought the camera, it took me like almost an entire year to start using it. First off, because I was just lazy, and it was intimidating because there's just so much on this camera. But one day, and I'm like, you know what? Screw it. I have this camera. I spent this money on it. I'm going to use it. The second I sat down with it and just started playing with the camera as like a toy, I fell in love with it.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, that's what happened with me. Like, except the only thing that's different is when I bought when I got the camera, I was like, I need to take pictures with this immediately. So.
Yeah, same here. The day I got my camera, I was super excited. I just took a random pic. Not really even that great of a picture, you know. With my first picture with my current camera was total, crap. But I learned a lot. You know, I've been learning a lot from every experience, from different artists. Everyone has their own like point of view, and
that's the best part.
Yeah, like everyone could bring something different to the table, which is really cool, you know. And that's a pretty good advice, dude. Because like, I see some people trying to like focus on the actual quality of the camera first, but you gotta step it up first, right? You know, don't invest on a camera if you don't really know that if you like the hobby. Because like, if you just got the camera just because you want to take pictures and like gain a lot of likes because you have a cool camera, that's not gonna happen, you know.
Do people do that?
You need to.
I think so.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
I think there's some people that do.
Oh man, that sucks.
There's some people, I guarantee you, there's still some people that for whatever reason believe that all of the magic is in the camera body and not the actual lens of the camera.
Oh, well, that throws things off a little bit. I didn't know about that. I'm gonna have to look into that a little bit.
And not only that, you know, the actual setup. Even if you have the world's greatest camera, if you have like a crappy setup with a weird pose, it's still gonna be a crappy setup with a weird pose, but in HD, you know?
Yeah,
super HD.
All it takes is like left arm to left leg in HD.
And I'm not saying like I'm the best poser, because I'm not. Like, look at my shit.
Me neither.
I'm mostly like vanilla shots or whatever, but you know, I'm still learning, and I appreciate people when they give feedback and all that. But yeah, like a beginner tip, that's a great beginner tip. Work on the posing.
You're getting featured by ACBA, if I'm not mistaken. I mean, like, I would say your posing's pretty swell then, huh?
I mean,
sometimes
I appreciate a compliment, but I think I got a lot of ways, you know, to go first.
Of course, everybody does. But congrats on that, by the way. I saw that recently, right before we started the pod, and I was like, "That's awesome."
Thanks, dude. So
technically, I was featured on ACBA.
Were you really?
Well, 2 of my dioramas were.
Doesn't count.
Oh shit!
Yeah, that's cold.
I'm just kidding. So,
shout out to Clifton, though.
Any projects that you're working on right now that we should be expecting from you in the future? I don't know, like a dio or maybe a shot that you're working on.
You know, as far as shots, I keep my shots pretty random. It's kind of I keep it a little impulsive. I've been kind of just, if I don't have any inspiration going on, I've been going through old comic books and just taking from cover art as far as poses and angles and stuff like that. But I think as far as right now, I got a dump truck. I have to give a wash to and probably some dry brushing, and then I have a side building with some interchangeable windows that I'm going to be working on. And then I think I'm going to be working on a dirty apartment pretty soon, so I can get like a Logan setup or like a Deadpool apartment setup or just like a mobster kind of hangout setup as well. So, but that one's still in the works. I'm still sketching out ideas for that, so it'll be a while till that one's done.
That's actually pretty cool because usually, like, I have a couple of dials, you know, but you know, lately I've been kind of, I wouldn't say lazy, because the thing is, like, I've overused them, I think, in my opinion, because I only have like 3 dials.
I only have 2. I don't know if you guys know. Yeah, so I'm on the same page as you.
Yeah, but you make them. You're basically working with like unlimited diodes if you just work on them. I haven't like even tried to make one. I mean, I should because it looks fun. To be honest, I've seen your work and I really enjoy seeing you work on the diodes. And I've seen Adam work on diodes and other people, and it looks really cool because like the foam doesn't look that it's like a soft foam, so I'm betting you could do a lot of things with it. Is what I mean. And
Definitely.
I would definitely try soon to get a couple of the foam boards or whatever they're called, the insulation boards or whatever,
Yeah.
and hopefully like start making dials on my own. Because right now I just have 3 dials, and I feel like I've used them so much that I just don't want to use them for many things.
Oh man, I know that feeling, and that's when I like went on a dial buying spree, and then I just stopped using diodes.
That's the thing though. Like now,
I mean, if
now
you're trying to get rid of some diodes, I think I might talk to you about something.
No, I barely used I got so much in. Like I got so much work done. I got so many diodes in, and then I kind of just got done with diodes for a while. Like I used to do nothing but just spend hours building diodes.
yeah, dude. Like example for me, like all of my recent shots, I barely even use diodes. I just use my TV for like backgrounds and shit like that. And I feel that's kind of lazy because I've been doing that for like forever now. But
Hey, if you get featured on ACBA, it's not lazy then. I've been trying my ass off to try to get featured on there, and it's not working. So don't even sweat that, man. I tried the TV trick like 2 days ago, and it came up so fuzzy and blurry because I have a phone trying to take pictures of a figure behind the TV. So I wouldn't even sweat that, man.
Well, it's all about distance. You can get it.
yeah,
I'll keep trying. You think I can get it with a camera phone?
Oh, definitely. You have to have the right distance
done it.
between the
I've done
figure
it
and
before.
the screen.
Okay, I'm gonna retry it then. I was wanting to get some like Hoth shots of this prototype Boba Fett I have. Thought that would
Nice.
be really dope. But
Also, never usually worry too much about trying to get the entire thing in frame. Like sometimes you might get like a little bit of the edges, but you can just crop that later.
Yeah,
oh yeah.
yeah, for sure.
Just
And,
make sure that what you're trying to shoot is clear, and that's all that matters. 'Cause you can always
I
crop
got
it.
I got a little tip for you if you don't mind for with the TV type of setup.
Definitely.
What I usually do with my specific TV and the things that I have basically what I do is I lower the brightness on my TV
Yeah.
to a level when if you look at it with your eyes you'll see damn that's really dark. But the thing is, your camera won't pick it up dark because that's a lot of light for a camera to handle, and it will look bright.
Also
like,
lower the
trust me.
contrast a little bit so it's not as harsh. So it's
Exactly.
more like it's a little more washed out like real life.
Exactly.
That'd be
with
clean. That'd be clean. I'm seeing that right now.
You have to mess with the TV settings. That's very important to have a nice blend between the foreground, which is your figures and all that. And yeah, you need to mess with the settings. And the other important thing is you have to as much as possible, try and match the type of lighting on the figure that matches the lighting on the background. For example, if it's like a yellowish lighting on the background, well, you want yellowish type of lighting on the figure, right? If it's a cold environment, you want like colder type of lighting, like kind of blues. If you have like one like I don't know, like
cool
blue
lighting
lights
or warm lighting,
or exactly blue lighting or warm. And add props, dude. Like if you have small little diode pieces, props, and stuff like that you could use to hide the harsh dividing line between because when you put a figure in front of a TV, you have like a line where you can see the table or whatever that you put the figure on, and where the actual TV starts. That horizon line, that weird unnatural line. Get props or like diode pieces or something to like kind of not have that at all. If you look at my pictures, I sometimes use small dial pieces or just whatever I can find, so that you cannot see that harsh like line in the middle. And that would be very. When I was messing around with that, and I discovered that that's one of my favorite techniques to use now. And you can see because most of my fucking shit now is with a TV now.
No, I mean, hey man, if the shit works, like, I mean, if it works, don't whatever.
And the thing is, like, you have a lot of versatility because you can, for example, I use my PlayStation. If you have something like that, you can connect to your TV and has like internet access built in. That's gold because you can just search on Google for an image, and like, I don't know, maybe you want to do like a space scene, so you start looking for like space background, high definition ones, and you basically have a notion of choices that you can use. Like, it's pretty cool,
Yeah, no, that's definitely true. I was trying yesterday. I have an HDMI cable that I hooked up to my iPad, so I was trying to go through there as far as trying to get some shit done. But like I said, I clearly from what it sounds like you guys are saying, I just had the wrong perspective on it, I guess, as far as distance. So I'll retry that one, but I'm stoked for it. But
yeah, I mean,
anyway,
always just play with that.
Yeah, it's all trial and error, man. Like,
right?
my first, I remember clearly, dude. My first TV shot was so fucking stupid. I just like deleted it. It doesn't exist because I deleted it.
Yeah, you should have left that shit up.
And then I was like, no, I never even uploaded. I just deleted it straight out of the camera, and I just like, man, this TV technique doesn't work. This is useless. That's what I thought, right?
Mm-hmm.
But one day, I don't even remember which one was the first one that I did properly. But one day I was messing around with a sky because shout out to Simon Hill on the ACBA group. He does these amazing skies on his pictures. His name on Instagram is plastics_snaps.
Oh yeah, I know who you're talking about.
Yeah, his name is Simon Hill. He's an amazing artist, right? And he does amazing skies on his pictures. And all he does is he grabs a little bit of like poster board, blue poster board, and he uses one of those I forgot the name, like the sponge brushes. I forget the names. The ones that are like spongy or whatever, like a little sponge.
The sponge brush.
A sponge brush. Yeah, you're good.
So, one of those, he uses that with a little bit of white paint. He just like draws, paints clouds on the actual blue poster board, and then he lights it up really nicely, and it looks like an amazing sky. So realistic, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I went to the store and I bought a piece of poster board. I wanted to try and do that, because I've been wanting to get like realistic skies on my pictures for a while. Like I wanted to have like a picture with an actual blue sky on it instead of a dio or like a colored background, right?
Yeah.
So I tried and failed miserably, like horribly. Like, I'm not good with poster board, guys. Like, I can't light that shit evenly at all.
More lights.
I have a lot of lights, dude. I just don't know what I'm doing.
More lights.
I mean,
Seriously.
I have 3 lights and I can light my stuff. How do you?
I don't know, dude. Like, I just.
Are you serious? You only have 3 lights?
I just feel like.
3 lights.
I just feel like. I don't know. Like, I just feel like.
Actually, I use 3 lights right now. I could use 4, but I don't want to take it out of the box.
Oh man, you guys are lucky. I have my camera phone. I'm rocking like 5 to 6 lights a picture.
Oh,
I don't even have my room light anymore because that shit blew out.
Oh yeah, no. I guess room light. I'm looking at like 7 lights a picture.
So, basically, like, I always try and make those poster board shots, and I think I put so much effort into it, but it doesn't work. So I just get like really like frustrated with it. So like the payoff for me, like because I'm clearly failing with the poster board, right? So I said, let me just try again with the, the TV technique and try it out. Who knows? And then I got the setup really nicely. Like I'm proud of this setup right now, right? But the background looks like fucking shit again on the TV, and I'm like, oh man, this is gonna suck. I won't be able to do it, you know. So then I got the brilliant idea, the obvious idea that I should have done since day one, to try and mess with the, TV settings, and I did that, and I see it coming alive in my picture on my camera, and I'm like, yes, this is what I needed. And since that day, I haven't looked back.
There you go, man.
Like if I need a poster board looking background, I can just put a solid color on my TV, and it works exactly the same way.
Nice.
just breaking it all down, explaining everything.
Yeah.
Pulling the curtain really far back.
This is a fun episode, dude. Thank you. So next,
Do you have any other people on IG that you really like?
I have tons of people on Instagram that I like, but I don't know. I guess like you kind of get used to a style. I don't know about you guys, but you kind of get used to a style, and sometimes the name slips you. So I'm sure I'm gonna slip. One off the top of my head would have to be DC Toy Photography. He's got some NECA shots that he's been working on. Those have been pretty sick. And I've been in contact with him, and some of them have been like out of his freezer, and they look fucking amazing. Like he's got this one like red, like tinted, like the whole shot's like red tinted alien shot. It just looks so sick to me. I was like, if it was a little bit like longer, I would have had it as like a screensaver, but it would have been cropped out on my phone. I thought that shit was sick. D Amazing always comes out with stuff that's really dope. You guys always come out with stuff that's really dope. Honestly, I can't think of anybody's name off the top of my head, but it's like I said, I don't know if you guys know the same feeling of like you know the style, but sometimes the name escapes you. But lots of people are doing some really great stuff out there, and it's really cool to see people that you've seen kind of when you first started, really improve from where they've started, when you kind of got on and, see other people's stuff. And I don't know. So, yeah, that's what I got.
Yeah, that's really cool. I always enjoy like seeing people evolve.
Definitely.
Into into masters, basically. And I see you right now, dude, and you're really pushing it out. Like I see you improving every single day. I see you building diodes, and to me that's fucking awesome, because an artist that can do both, like build its own diodes and actually take good shots, that's something right there. You have so much like opportunities to do different stuff. That's pretty cool, man.
I appreciate it very much, and it's like I put a lot of time into what I'm doing. I mean, there are some days that I work really long days, some days I work short days, but it's like at the end of the day when you come back home, it's almost kind of like I feel like I start my second job, as far as I got to start building stuff, and I got to start upkeeping with Instagram as far as putting product out. I got to keep up with the figure game, and just as far as what everybody's purchasing and what's new and what's popular and what's hot, and kind of like what I like. And so exactly, I mean, and it's just like it's a constant grind, and so I really appreciate that, because sometimes you put a lot of work into stuff that doesn't pan out. And really, to me, I just built a little mini city, like a little city for Godzilla and Ant-Man and Man-Thing and stuff like that. And there's one building in particular that was like in the front of one of the shot that I took with it that I really like, but I think the rest of them are garbage. And it's like I spent a lot of time kind of making that and putting in small details, and it's just you live and you learn. And so I'll just try it again. And it was just like you were saying, as far as the TV process of trying to figure out what the perfect shot is, and that you just keep trying and you keep trying, and it's even if it's something that you suck at, as far as like trying to build dioramas or trying to take shots in you know, inside or outside or whatever it might be. You know, you kind of just you keep trying and it just keep progressing, and it's you don't see it immediately, but like when you look at your stuff like 3 months back or 2 months back, like you definitely see the progress. So
Yeah,
Definitely.
it's just keep at it, you know.
really quick. Shout out to Trey, aka Heisen Xberg on the live
Heck yeah.
chat.
Hell yes to that, dude.
Douglas Bailey, Ghost Rider 82 on
What
the
up?
live chat.
What
We
up?
got Ray S on the live chat. We have a couple of people watching us right now, and Ray asks, I'm guessing it's directed to you. What do you think is better, Monster Arts Godzilla or NECA? Because I kind of fell in love with the NECA glow in the dark one.
Ooh, I mean, really, I mean, it all boils down to personal preference. It's more like what you like, and I mean, it's like it would be asking any Marvel Legends collector, like, what do you prefer, like the new Bullseye or like the old Toy Biz Bullseye? It's all personal preference as far as like what you love, you know.
Yeah, for sure.
Personally, as far as me, I'm kind of a NECA fan, so I might swing more towards that direction. But that's just my take on it. Just because I'm more of a NECA fan.
Yeah, for sure. So yeah, also shout out to Nick from Nick's Toys, who should have been right now here. I don't know what he's doing on the live chat, but
Nick, you suck.
Nick, black, bro.
but shout out to him, I guess. And yeah, let's continue with the questions.
That's good.
So,
right.
Is there any media that you're obsessed with at the moment, like movies, comics, or music, or?
That has to do with the toy photography, or just
just like anything.
Like
I mean,
movies, music, or whatever you like, whatever you're into in the moment, you know, right now.
I mean, I'll watch Bob's Burgers like a motherfucker. But
Hell yeah.
No, nothing in particular. I'll jump around. Like there can be a day that I'll be customizing stuff that I'll go from, you know, smooth jazz to rap to rock to classical to like, it doesn't really matter. It's just kind of, everything's kind of in between. It's kind of just depends on the day. There's nothing in particular.
Nice.
Cool. But like any comics or anything that you're into at the moment, or anything you're watching right now, or just random?
You know, again, it's probably pretty random. I have Hulu and Netflix, so I'll jump back between them if they have anything. I've been going to Hulu a lot and watching some of the 90s Spider-Man animated series, the cartoon series.
Oh, cool.
And just kind of pulling, sometimes I've been pulling some inspiration from that cartoon as far as like shots and stuff like that.
I can't watch that cartoon anymore. I just get upset about like what everything is becoming.
Because of the intro, or because of
because like I used to like love that shit, and that was when Spider-Man was amazing, and that was when the entire Spider-Man universe was one universe connected, not like torn apart, spread across different freaking companies.
Yeah, I love what the MCU has to offer right now. Like I think it's in a good place, but man, come on, man! Like we need the X-Men there. We need Fantastic Four.
Jesus.
And
we need Venom and Spider-Man in the same fucking movie together.
Oh my god! Don't give me Eric fucking Foreman Venom.
And actually, I have a couple of things that I want to get into later in the Toys This Week section that I'm gonna touch upon. It's kind of MCU related, so we'll get into that later.
Sweet.
Oh, great.
So, excuse me. So yeah, what would you say is your like overall favorite franchise if you had to pick one?
Ooh, yeah, that's a tough question. I don't think I have a solid one. I'd probably have to go Marvel Legends, but that's not a brand, I guess.
No, I mean like a franchise. Like for example,
Spider-Man.
I love Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, or I love the Alien Universe, etc.
Yeah,
Star Wars.
Honestly, that's a good question, man. I don't necessarily have one. I think most of it is like all the figures I have. I I may or may not know a lot about, but it's more just I like the art style of what they look like. So I don't know if I necessarily have a favorite because I'll switch between all of them. It doesn't matter. I can go through Spawn, Wolverine.
What happens if like there's this dude right now? He kidnaps you. He takes you to a fucking island. He said, "You gotta choose one franchise, bitch."
A realistic scenario.
Which one? Which one would you choose?
In the totally realistic scenario.
Yeah, totally.
And I'm assuming that this guy that kidnaps me doesn't give me shit. He's just asking me, right?
No, he's
the king of South Africa. Not South Africa. I'm sorry, Cambodia, whatever, some shit. And he's got his fortune. He's gonna buy you all of this one thing.
I'd probably go with Star Wars.
Nice.
Okay, cool.
Out of nostalgia, just I don't know. There's a lot of nostalgia factor in that one, and unfortunately, I feel like a lot of the figures. And don't get me wrong, they're really cool, but I feel like a lot of the figures aren't exactly what I'm looking for a Star Wars figure. So, you know, like sometimes.
I can see that for sure. Like,
so
there's so many figures, but none of them are really that good.
You know, that's a lot of stuff still.
Exactly.
Yeah. You would have a lot of options if you were stuck in an island, basically.
Yeah.
Wait, now I have like an extension to that question.
Yeah, go ahead.
This is gonna be bad.
Would it be sans or after Disney?
Would it be what?
Pre-Disney or after Disney hostile takeover of Star Wars?
Ooh. Now, are we talking like toy production, or are we talking about just overall cinematic?
Star Wars in general. Like, would you choose Lucasfilm before
Lucasfilm. I would go Lucasfilm.
Interesting.
Yeah, I mean, you're talking as far as Lucasfilm. I mean, you have characters from, you know, the original trilogy right there.
The extended universe before Disney is a lot better.
Oh yeah,
not really fucking crap.
Boy, what?
I mean, it has crap, but it has a lot of good characters too.
It has a lot of good shit, but nothing makes sense. The continuity is fucked up.
Nah, you don't make sense.
You don't make sense.
No. You don't make sense.
Hashtag remember Kyle Katarn.
I might get killed actually by my words. I didn't mean to say it sucks. I just, because I know people like that shit, you know. I respect that. But what I'm saying is, me personally, I think the continuity is fucked up. And I like where like Disney's taking the thing, except the Han Solo movie, which it's not looking good. You know?
That's interesting. I mean, that's kind of why I said Lucasfilm, because I think Disney's taken Star Wars in an interesting direction.
Interesting is.
I mean, there are different opinions, of course. But yeah, I respect yours, and that's just mine.
Touché.
But yeah, like for me personally, I like it. There's some people that hate it, and I respect that, you know.
Definitely.
So yeah, if you can only purchase from one toy manufacturer, what would it be?
Ooh, you guys asked this question last podcast, right?
Yeah, we ask every episode.
Well, I'm sorry, the last one's the most recent.
That's true.
You know, honestly, I was you know, honestly, I was thinking about it because I was like, if I'm gonna be asked the same question, I want to think. I'd probably say Hasbro. It's just the new Legends with the way they're going with it as far as the new stuff they're making. You know, new Ghost Rider bike, the Black Widow bike, just new figures in general. I'd probably go with them.
Yeah,
just it seems to be things are upgrading. You know, as far as that, and then also the facial, you know, recognition scans that they're doing for the MCU figures. The extras that they're putting in a lot of the figures, you know, like you know, looking at the bullseye, the extra hands, the head, you know, the gun accessory, stuff like that.
I wish that would be more commonplace.
Yeah,
I wouldn't feel so bad spending the $20.
You wish that they'd be more like all of them
more
would be
hands, like would have complete sets of hands at least complete open, at least close set. Like
I would like that to be like a standard thing, because like in the old days you would have figures with like articulated hands, but they don't look good. Like they look weird.
Yeah, I was gonna say, let's be honest. Some of those hands could not hold guns for shit.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
look-
the
And they look kind of
Series 4
bad too.
Punisher was like, meh.
Yeah, I'm
Like,
Like whenever I tried to put a gun in his hand, he would just like
lop it
barely
out.
hold it.
Like, no,
Yeah,
I don't want to.
And the thing is, like,
Or like the Colossus with like the hitchhiker's thumb, and you're like, why the fuck would you have this?
yeah, but like, for example, with now that we have like interchangeable hands with most figures, you know, like we gotta be honest, most figures now are coming with interchangeable hands. Like Marble Select's doing it,
The good one.
imports are doing it. Yeah, but like I'm saying, domestics are doing it too. Like Marble Select is doing it. They're all of their new figures have a couple of sets of hands.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and those figures aren't that great, dude. Like I could definitely see like Hasbro including a couple of sets of hands for each figure, and that would be the standard.
That's
Like, that
really
would be cool.
that's what I think the bullseye is really. Just I think they're in that new Man Thing build a figure line. I think that was a figure that they might take note of
And
as far as just
also,
extra stuff.
like a good point that Trey Heisenexberg on the chat said. That's a great point that he just said. Hasbro is now currently trying to keep up with you know
Customizer.
imports and customizers both. Yeah, because you know there's a huge market of people that only buy imports or that buy a lot of customizers and all that, and they see all that. They're all like they see all that shit on Instagram, dude. They're on the ACBA group. They're among us. Like that's what I'm saying. They see what we post. No, it's for real, dude. It's like they're
No, I know it was just how you said it, but no, I definitely agree with you. I know that they're out there. Like all the action figure Toronto had a whole bunch of custom figures that he had a whole bunch. You know, he was posting right before San Diego Comic-Con, and there were a lot of you know updates as far as like there was going to be a Mysterio figure that was coming out that looked pretty close to his, you know, and shit like that. And honestly, right before the podcast, I was looking at B Customs. I think that's his name on Instagram. And I was looking at his stuff, and he made a Gambit, and I was like, Hasbro's gonna be looking at this, and they'll probably make it next year. But I mean, it looks great. Like, don't get me wrong, but I was like, I can definitely see Hasbro looking at the shit and just being like, oh, we could definitely do that, and just like make that for next year. So
yeah.
If they brought Gambit back, like I would definitely want it more like the Toy Biz ones with an actual jacket. Because
oh right, yeah, you know Hasbro's not gonna do that though for you.
Of course.
I mean, like, for sure they're improving, and I can see them. You know, they're trying to compete with these import companies because, like, some of these imports aren't even that expensive. For example, like, what's it called? Storm Collectibles. They sell them at Toys R Us and all that, and they're like what, $35, like 10.
No, 50.
They sell them at Toys R Us?
Yeah.
They sell.
Well, Toys R Us has got an import
Ryu at
section. They
Toys
started
R Us for
selling
like $53.
What? I'm gonna have to go.
Either way, they're not. They're basically like two Marble Legends. You could buy two Marble Legends for the price of one Storm Collectibles, but you get a better figure. You know?
Yeah, it's high quality. Yeah,
But see, that's the thing. A lot of people like they say, "Why would I get one figure with that money when I could get two figures with that money?"
well because
Quality over quantity.
Yes.
You get what you pay for.
But the thing is, people don't understand that. They just want quantity. They just want more.
Well, they're never going to be satisfied with life, and you can lead them to that.
Yeah, well, I think also part of it is like if you don't know what you don't know. So it's like I don't know, Adam. Like I don't know if you had that if you've had a Mezco figure before, but having that Punisher, I'm sure you're like, holy shit! Like this is worth every fucking penny I have right now. And I'm sure it'd be the same way for me.
It's true, Adam. Give me all your money.
My first Mezco was the Zoom.
Oh, okay, my bad.
And I was like, when I first got it, I was like, oh my god, because it's like I've never had a figure like, because it's just I'm not used to the cloth.
Yeah.
And I was
That was my experience
wow.
with 3A.
But
And so
then
it's
I
like-
got the Commander Rogers, and then that blew me away even more.
Commander
because it
Captain.
was like, oh yeah, sorry. Commander Captain Rogers,
But
America. But
So,
that
yeah.
was like, that blew me away even more because it came with so many more accessories. And then Fibbins let me borrow his Punisher. And then that blew me away even more. But the Mezco stuff is just insane.
When they can get them ankles down, like
And,
they're going to be hard to beat.
Yeah, and Hasbro like is aware of that. They know that they're not the only, because like years back, if you look at the past, they were the only people doing Marvel figures, you know.
Yeah,
But-
and that's
but
why
Marvel-
they were crap.
Yeah, but Marvel has gotten to such a high point in pop culture, you know, that everyone knows what Marvel is nowadays, right? And people want Marvel figures. So different companies from different part of the world are making awesome figures, and Hasbro is aware, you know. So they're trying to put that extra mile to
Maybe
keep us
until they
happy.
buy out
You
all
know?
the licenses.
What?
I said maybe until they buy out all the licenses, because they don't have the super high end figures yet, but they can probably try to get it.
I don't think so, dude.
Who knows?
Hasbro is not a company that makes high end stuff.
Oh, I know.
what? They totally do.
I mean,
Just
high
kidding.
end. I mean,
I'm just kidding. I'm totally kidding.
Yeah, I was like,
I was waiting to see if anybody was going to be like,
What?
definitely not high end. It's more like, it's okay. I guess.
I laughed that
It's
they're
passive.
trying to charge almost
Passive.
$100 for their 6 scale Hulk. Not even really 6 scale.
and don't even get me wrong,
they're
dude.
charging how much?
It's like $85 or something like that.
Whoa.
Oh yeah.
Kick rocks.
By the
I
way,
hate
don't.
when people try to sell repaints of like a really crappy Marvel Legend, like a repaint of like Iron Man, and it's like over $100. But you can
Yeah.
just get the SHF for half that price.
And don't get me wrong. Like, I'm not hating on Legends. I collect them. Like, I buy every single wave that comes out.
Yeah,
'Cause
it's
I like
crap.
because
Yeah, I hear you.
you get the cool. You get obscure characters, comic versions, which are my favorite. I prefer comic characters than movie ones.
Yeah.
And basically, right now, dude, like honestly, like the only ones that are making like a 112 scale comic figures is Hasbro. Like, because I mean, obviously we have Mezco, but come on, man, like you get a lot of more characters on with Hasbro. That's what I'm trying to say.
Well, for now, we have no idea how
Exactly.
this Revotech thing is going to go.
Exactly. Yeah, the future is bright though. Like we see.
Maybe.
I was gonna say, give me just I gotta poke back and check something real quick. So I'm just gonna leave you guys with this real quick, and I'm gonna come back in like 30 seconds. But the new Revoltech Magneto and the Revoltech Wolverine. I mean, as far as making new Marvel figures that are not companies that are Marvel Legends, I just think those are looking really incredible.
Yeah,
that
the
Wolverine looks
Revoltech line
nice.
is really good with Marvel.
I'm nervous about that Magneto.
I mean,
Why?
I know what I'm gonna get.
Well, I mean, I know the cape sucks. Like that's already
Exactly,
going.
but I'm not really nervous.
That's the thing. You gotta.
No, the cape sucks. I fucking hate Revotech capes.
I gotta
don't
agree.
need to see it.
I honestly like don't like the cape. I don't like plastic capes at all. But like, I'm gonna buy it.
I'm gonna give the cape a chance.
Nope. Still buying 2 of him most likely. Saying to repaint 1.
I mean, like, I'm not saying I'm not gonna give it a chance because I'll probably don't. I will keep it. Because like, I
Just
don't
get a CJ cape.
know. I mean, CJ does great work. I'm not gonna lie. I'm liking the stuff he's making. But I don't know, dude. Like, I wish they were a little bit, better.
You guys wish what?
Oh, who talked? What?
That was me. That was me.
Oh, you came back.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
So no, we were just talking
Just
about.
gonna glaze past it. Nothing happened. What?
Yeah, no. What are you guys talking about?
Rebel
about the
Tech,
cape.
Rebel Tech Magneto. That we actually don't like the cape, but like I
I
said,
like the cape.
Oh, hi,
Adam
Mark.
likes it. Adam likes it.
Oh, Nick's
Adam's
here.
opinion doesn't
Nick,
count.
what's going on? I just came back to you. What's going on?
What's up, man?
Yeah, welcome Nick
Thank you,
in the
man.
middle of the podcast.
So, what's going on as far as the good and bad things about the cape? What do you guys are?
Oh well, Fibbins doesn't like it, right? Adam
Nope.
likes it. I personally don't like plastic capes that much, but I don't care, dude. I'm buying it. Like I'll
I
probably
like the exaggerated poses you can get the cape in.
Yes.
Because
Thank
that's stuff that you can't do with wired capes.
Well, you can do with a
They don't
wired
have
cape
the
if it's
folds.
wired properly. It needs to be wired in more than 2 places.
But
yeah.
I definitely-
The thing
with
is,
okay, what?
I don't really like wire capes that much too. I just don't like capes in figures.
That's
So
a
you
solid.
want-
That's a solid point, though. Just in general, like I understand that.
But capes make things look cool.
I know,
Yeah,
but
I mean,
like
that's like the badass in the scene.
I know, but like capes don't really translate well on figure form.
Now
like,
I gotta
for
do
me.
an entire series of figures and capes.
Do it. I'm gonna start doing it. Too.
I mean, you can do it. I don't care.
No, you will care. You will like them.
It's just
You'll
gonna be
be like, yo, I was wrong about capes.
No,
hashtag-
at the end of the day,
capes
at
for
the end
Hyman.
of the day, I will be like, okay, cool picture, but I still don't like capes, dude.
hashtag capes for Jaime.
Because I mean, I
Everybody
appreciate-
has to do capes now. It doesn't matter what the character is. Everybody needs fabric capes.
I'm gonna start putting
Spider-Man
capes
with a
on fucking
cape.
shit that doesn't even need it. Yeah.
Iron Man with a
Have a
cape.
Godzilla's gonna have a cape. Everybody's having a cape up
Oh
in here.
no! Jaime actually already came up with that because he put a cape on Optimus Prime.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
All right. I mean, then you started it. We're gonna just do capes for Jaime then. It's just gonna be a hashtag.
Hashtag
I mean,
What
capes for
about real
Jaime.
life capes?
I mean, if
Like,
you guys
real
do
life-
the capes, if you guys do the capes and send them to me, I wouldn't. Then I would be, that's cool.
Hint, hint.
Like what I was trying to say. I enjoy a good cape if it's done properly, but most capes aren't done
Well,
properly. That's
What
I'm
about that
trying to say.
SHF Nolan Batman? What do you guys think about that?
I think it looks good, but Nick has
The-
it. What's your input, Nick?
I think the wires that they use on the outside of the cape are too thick, so it doesn't really make you can't get the cape to sit in a natural way. Like,
Yeah.
it doesn't really drape back on him. And then the way they did the wires in the middle, the center of the cape, it's pretty much useless because it's not connected to his back, which it should be.
Wait, what?
Yeah, it's not. I'll probably send a video later to show you.
Jeez, why?
Can you push him back to like the top of the bottom of the cowl?
No, it's hard to explain, but like the way they did the center wires, it sucks because you can barely do anything, and if you try to pose the center wires, they just move to the side, and you can't really. I mean, the side wires work fine. It's kind of cool that they're thick because they'll stay in their position, but it just kind of sucks that they are thick, that you can't really get it into a natural look if he's just standing there,
Yeah.
So, but I just tuck it underneath the shoulder pad to make it look like it's hanging down naturally, and it works pretty fine. But overall, it's still a pretty good figure.
It looks pretty solid. What do you guys think? Have you guys seen pictures of the SHF Bat Pod that's coming out?
This shit's too expensive.
How much is that thing?
Yeah.
It's like $118 or something like that.
It's like, isn't it like? I seen it $150.
Yeah,
I got it. I got it here in my notes at 110, but I could be wrong if you guys are
Well,
saying.
let's see what Big Bad Toy Store says.
second market places are
Big
selling
Bad
it.
Toy Store is gonna be too much.
Second market places are selling it for about 150 because they're not really making anything out of the normal pricing. So just they gotta add their profit or whatever.
Of course,
Ooh,
yeah.
Big Bad Toy Store has it for 110.
Oh,
Yeah,
well,
I was gonna say.
But I've seen it. I've seen it for 150.
Yeah, I've seen it for 152.
But
even when like I saw the Mayfex one going for like $80, I still thought that was too much. Like there's barely any bike. Why is this so expensive?
I mean,
True, but this one, did you see, comes with like the gun, and it comes with like alternate hands for the gun and the bike.
Yeah, I know. It's so.
Apparently, I guess there's. Believe me, I'm not gonna get it either. I was just trying to make a solid point for you.
Yeah,
it comes with a set of hands. Woo!
But like I'm
saying, $110.
Yeah,
the
come on,
Kamen Rider
110 for some hands.
It's like, come on. This is like a $50 bike. Come on, like not even.
I miss trying to talk.
Nobody cares.
Yeah, Pivians won't let me talk. Anyway, the Kamen Rider bikes, some of them like go for really like even low prices, and they're way better than that bike.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, really?
Yep. Kamen Rider bikes should go for like 30, 35. Well, if they're not limited.
And honestly, like I can't really have a solid opinion on that bad part or whatever, and I'm probably gonna get some hate for this, but I'm not into that whole Nolan universe or whatever. Like, I mean, I watched them, the first and the second movie, and I think the second movie is all right. 'Cause Joker was good, but I'm not really into that universe.
Jaime just went from 1,000 some followers to 3.
I thought the Dark Knight was good until they introduced Two-Face. I felt that was completely unnecessary to all of the movie.
What a waste of a character.
Yeah, but didn't they do that because they didn't have like the
movie didn't need to be any longer. It was already long enough. It felt done, and then they kept being more movie.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, because like, yeah, I definitely see what you're saying. Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. Two-Face is a waste of a character. I saw the introduction,
so much.
and just like when you saw the introduction of him, you're like, if you guys finish him off in this whole thing, like you gave him maybe 30 to 40 minutes of screen time, maybe at the very most with other people. Like there was
just like introduce him in the movie and then have him be the main villain in the third one,
which is I thought they were gonna do, and I'm like, wait, no, why is he Two-Face in this movie? Wait, why'd you kill him? What the fuck just happened?
They killed him.
Exactly. So it's like a character with so much potential for so much like strange possibility, like you killed off in 15 minutes of screen time.
Yeah.
So nice job.
So that type of stuff is what I really, they have weird stuff going on, those movies. I'm just not really that into them. But yeah, going back to the last question of the interview, Adam.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Yeah, we're still doing
this. Next. So, do you have any other hobbies outside of toy photography?
I like making Dio stuff. And I like toy hunting, honestly. I think that's a lot of fun to me. Just like, even if it's stuff expensive. Believe me, I know the feeling, but it's like, at least if it's stuff like, I don't know if you guys have this, but if you find something out in the wild, even if you're going to flip it, just to find it in the wild and to see it in person, and then you're like, all right, that's cool, and then you just flip it. So I kind of like doing that. There's a little bit of, fun just doing that. And then also, I had to agree with I thought the toy bookie was saying something last podcast about going to swap meets. And swap meets, you could always find cheap shit. I mean, I bought a Toy Biz Sabretooth, a Toy Biz Colossus, and a Toy Biz Punisher for $3 at a swap meet.
Holy
wow.
Shit.
Yeah, so I mean, really just go check your swap meets. Like, people have toys that they don't know what they are, so just go through the shit. Like, worst comes to worst, you don't find anything, or you find, like props and stuff you can use for photos, or like, there's tons of possibilities. So it's like, go to your swap meets, like go your local like ma and pa, kind of comic book shops and shit like that, like small ones. Just
Unfortunately,
like
Manhattan doesn't really have much like that.
Oh, for real?
Well, I mean, we have some mom and pop comic book shops, but they like they charge more than eBay sometimes.
Oh, like
Yeah,
an
dude.
arm and a leg.
Yeah, I've
Yeah.
seen that.
Just
Local
because,
comics
like,
sometimes.
like shit that goes on eBay for like $20, they like charge 50.
Yeah,
No
I can
shit.
definitely agree with that because I have a local comic book shop which it looks cool, you know. The actual store is cool. I went there a couple of times. I mean, when you actually see the prices, you know, it's fucked up because like they were selling old DC collectibles figures that are quite cheap. Like I got when I was into like collecting those way back before even that was way before I was really into toy photography. I collected a few of those, and yeah, dude, like I got a one Batman figure they were selling over there. I think I got it for $20 on Amazon, and they were trying to sell for like almost 40, dude. What?
Wow.
Maybe you guys just have some bad luck because my comic shop is great.
Yeah, I was gonna say mine is too. Like, I don't know if you guys ever hunt just for props. Like, of course you look for figures, but sometimes just for props. And I don't know if you guys have ever seen the Bob and Doug McKenzie set that McFarlane made with all the beer bottles and all the food and all the other shit like that. They have them. They had two of them at my comic book shop for like $14 a pop.
Oh, jeez.
Wow.
Nice.
So I already had one, so I picked up the other one I didn't have. But I think I'm gonna double back this weekend and get the that other one because it's like fuck it. Like I could always use more beer bottles and random shit. So.
Yeah, always.
Oh, I mean, like seriously, I have a bag of props. That's probably the biggest bag of shit of all my action figure stuff. Like I have bags of hands, guns, heads, stuff like that. And seriously, the bag of props is something that's like overflowing into 2 bags. It's I mean,
Nice.
you can never have enough props.
Yeah, props are
It's pretty true.
super important. They help sell the illusion and all that,
Definitely.
and the scale and all that. So yeah, we're gonna get into the last 2 questions, which are a little bit more personalized to you. So mine is about your dial stuff. So I know you're getting into dials and all that, which I'm really enjoying. So you know, could you tell us a little bit about that? You know, like expand on your experiences about getting into dials. How can I like, for example, me, I want to get into them. So how could I start? Like, you know, 'cause you're making great stuff.
Thank you very much. Really, I would say there are a couple. There's one solid technique that I use through a lot of the stuff that I do, and it's called dry brushing. Dry brushing is a really easy technique that I'm sure you know of, but to anybody else that doesn't know what dry brushing is, it's essentially the way that I've been doing it is you get some paint on the brush on a fan, tipped brush, and I've been wiping a majority of the paint onto a napkin or a plate that's close by, and then barely applying any paint onto the surface of what I'm doing. And it gives a really light coat, and you can kind of keep building from there. And so that would be a tip as far as painting. But I would say as far as building dials, it's all, for me, it's just about trial and error. Just I would say find something on Google, find something on Bing, whatever it is that you look for pictures, like just a storefront or a building front or whatever it might be, and just find a picture of something, and then just start to, place pieces of styrofoam together as far as that thing that you want to accomplish, and just kind of keep going from there and keep building and take it slow and do your research. I mean, like there's no, dial police that yell at you if you're taking too much time on something. I mean, you can go through and spend like 3 hours watching how to dry brush something before you actually dry brush. You could test it out on stuff before you actually dry brush. I mean, there's a lot of options. So it's just...
Yeah, go ahead. No, finish. Yeah, go ahead.
I was just going to say, just try it out. I mean, I would say try it on a piece. If it's something you've never done before, I'd say try it on a piece of scrap styrofoam. Like, essentially what I do is most of the stuff that I have, I paint black first and then apply dry brushes and washes, just as needed. But I would say, you get 2 pieces of some styrofoam that are black, and you have the one that you actually want, and then a smaller piece that you can test out on and, try some different tricks. Maybe you want to put paint a little heavier on one side, or you want to, paint in a different direction than you did on the previous side. I mean, just have a test piece so you kind of know what you're doing before you hop on the thing that you really want to do, because nothing sucks more than doing more work than you need to,
Yeah, for sure. And just going off that question,
Who's echoing?
do you look at reference pictures online when when you're building a dio? And if so, what type of architecture would be like your dream build? Like, if you could build any structure in dio form, which would it be?
I don't know if I'd have a dream structure per se. I think, like I said, it's all kind of a case by case basis. I mean, you see one figure and you're like, oh, that'd be cool in this style, and then you see a different figure that'd be cool. Like, you wouldn't want to have Darth Vader in an alleyway. You'd want him next to.
You might be getting shit faced. You don't know.
Yeah, man, that would be a really awesome shot if you had him stumbling outside of a bar, like puking into like a giant green dumpster. That would be really awesome.
He'd be puking into his helmet. It'd be coming out like the ventilation system.
That would be so great. I wish somebody that's listening would do that. But seriously, that would be a great shot. But for the most part, you're going to want him with space walls. You're going to want him with Star Wars shit. So, just kind of keeping it, with the figure would be kind of helpful. But
yeah, for sure.
Kind of going off of that real fast before I get to my question. If I can hone it in, what's your favorite type of architectural style? If you can sum it up.
Architectural style is in like era
or period that you like the most. You like to pull from the most, or you just find the most visually appealing.
Really, I think the I'm spacing his name right now. It's right on the top of my head. But the guy that did all the artwork for Batman animated series.
Right. Oh yeah. Okay.
I can't picture his name. It's like on the tip of my tongue, but I can't figure it out. What's up?
Darwin Cook?
Possibly. I think it was somebody else though. Anyway, but just that art style of almost like a really, really high tech, but at the same time, really like 20s, 30s kind of feel to it was really appealing. Just like the building style and the silhouettes of just, like a rooftop scene. Just the silhouettes that would be portrayed through there, even the silhouettes of cars and stuff like that, I thought was really fascinating.
It's very dramatic, very noir without being noir.
Definitely. And so that's kind of where I've made some silhouette kind of pieces that I can use for some photos as far as just buildings in the back. And I wanted to try to pull some inspiration from those, but I haven't quite got exactly what I want yet. So,
well, it's a growing process, but
of course.
So my actual question is, how'd you come up with your name?
I just kind of felt like I used toy photography because I was like, that's literally what I'm doing. But DMA, just because I kind of felt like it was just like, I'd always been kind of playing with toys as a kid. It started off as the old, kind of Kenner Power of the Force figures with those jacked Han Solo and jacked Luke and jacked C-3PO and Darth Vader and Chewie, and you're like, why are all these guys look like bodybuilders? And so it's just kind of just early start, just as far as toys. I felt like it was always something that I would just do, and I felt as you kind of grow up, you kind of learn some things, and I felt to me that it was always there was the appeal of what the commercials would present to you and what you would see, and just kind of just that overall presentation of the toy that I was more drawn to, and I would kind of create all of that in my head. But it wasn't until later that I was like, you can paint styrofoam in a particular way that it's creates the illusion of rocks or creates the illusion of buildings and stuff like that I kind of got more into it. So
awesome.
Cool. So Adam, do you have a question for Dan?
I have one question.
Who
is your favorite cover artist?
Cover artist?
Yes.
As far as like comic cover, music
yeah,
cover.
comic book covers.
Ooh, I don't read a lot of comics. I'd probably have to say I feel like this is really generic bandwagon answer, but either Jim Lee or Greg Capullo.
Nice.
But I feel like those are real bandwagon answers. But I have a
Well, I mean,
that I'm looking at right
that's
now. That,
I've actually never. I haven't heard many people say they really like Greg Capullo's work.
I actually do really enjoy his work.
I think it's really intense. I think it was no
His
offense to
fucking art
McFarlane.
style is amazing.
It's intense.
Yeah,
It's
great.
really intense.
Like I was reading the New 52 Batman. You know, I never really got to finish it, but I was even collecting the actual the volumes because it was so good.
Yeah, honestly, my brother just sent me a whole bunch of paperbacks for my birthday a while ago, as far as Batman stuff, and a lot of it's Greg Capullo stuff, and it's really solid. I mean, it's all stuff that, regardless of the story,
Really beautiful
I mean,
stuff.
I definitely it's just really amazing artwork.
So
Adam, I hear your fish tank in the back.
yeah, that's part of the
That's part of the GoFig charm.
yes. It's
So,
it's for the people that like them sound things, whatever the fuck they're called. I don't
ASMR.
Believe me, I was
I
playing,
may like
I wasn't even going to acknowledge it,
He's
but
weird
like,
that.
Hey, Nick.
if it makes it any better, I was playing what did Adam call it? I think it was Symphony of the Dremel for him the other day. That was pretty freaking clever, man. I was laughing about that. I still am.
Symphony of the Dremel.
Oh my gosh, that was pretty good though.
So, Nick, do you have a question for DNA photography here?
Yeah. Let me just think of one right on the spot.
spot.
God, here we go. Favorite? What was your favorite? I know San Diego Comic-Con was like a couple weeks ago. What was like one of your favorite reveals from the convention? Like overall.
That's a good question. You know, the first one that pops off the top of my head is the Black Series Sand Trooper with the dewback. I think I think that one looks pretty cool. I think that's going to be pretty fun to see a lot of people do photos.
It's going to get so overused.
I definitely
fun for like a day.
I definitely want it though. I definitely want that.
I do, but I'm going to hate it afterwards.
Believe me too. But I want to get like 4 of them.
Yeah, I need an army of them. Why? Because
it's a fucking dewback, and why the fuck not?
Like the kid in me wanted them for like so long, but they never.
And you get that shit version with the piece in the neck or whatever that you push down and mouth it open. You don't want all that, so I guess the tongue is articulated on this one too, which is a really weird detail. But it's like, hey, screw it.
That's not going to get used wrong.
Yeah, of course not. Of course not.
Everybody's an adult, and
I mean,
totally.
I gotta be honest; those things are cool. I don't care what anyone says. I'm getting one.
Another thing I was stoked about was the 12-inch Marvel Legend Wolverine in the tiger stripe outfit.
Oh, yeah, that looks so cool, man. I just wish,
that one looks clean.
I just wish it was like 6-inch, you know.
But I was gonna say that was the reason I'm excited about it, is because now I know that they have the mold for all of that, and so that'll be the next Wolverine that they'll release in the 6-inch scale.
Oh, yeah, dude.
Exactly like it. With the damaged head, with the unmasked head, with the unmasked. Just the mask itself. Oh, I'm sure. I mean, if they're making all that stuff for the 12-inch one, I'm sure they'll pipe in.
I'm pretty sure it would include the mask and unmasked, but I'm not sure if they include like the 3 versions, because usually they pack in, 2 heads, but they can.
Yeah, they're Hasbro, so yeah, I see that, and just having the unmasked head with the mask and then the masked head.
I mean, to be honest, dude, come on. If they do that, if they actually do the same like heads, all 3 heads or whatever, that's awesome, dude. Like
That'll
all
be
for
amazing.
Oh yeah, but they won't. We all know that.
Yeah.
It's a nice pipe dream, but we all know that they won't.
Yeah.
So that's it, Nick.
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay, cool. So where can we find you? What's your social media like?
You know, right now I'm just on Instagram. I still have yet to set up a Facebook account. So I'm just going to be DNA Toy Photography on Instagram. And so that'll be the only thing for right now. But if you check that, check the bio on my Instagram soon, I should have a link up for a Facebook account I'll be setting up. So,
Oh, cool. So you heard it here, guys. Go check Daniel at DNA Toy Photography on Instagram and keep it, keep watching because he's gonna be making his Facebook account soon. So you'll want to add him real quick. And dude, thank you so much for joining us. This is the end of our audio portion of the podcast.
Is it the end of the audio portion?
No, it's not. I'm sorry, it's not.
Someone's getting ahead of themselves.
I was gonna say I had a whole
I'm out of touch.
I hadn't covered yet.
It's actually time for Toys This Week, which is the next segment because I almost fucked up there. I'm sorry. But
No
yeah,
worries,
guys,
man.
like
Don't worry. When people re-listen, it never happened.
Yeah, of course.
True.
Let's just play it off like it didn't.
anyway, like I was saying before, thank you, Daniel, for being on the episode. Let's get right into Toys This Week.
No.
All right, you want me to start or you guys want to start?
You can start.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah.
Dude. Just start.
All right, so today I actually went out. I was feeling pretty lucky. I got off work. I had a half day, so I could prep for the podcast and stuff like that. I went out hunting for a little bit. I found a Man-Thing Build-A-Figure Wave bullseye out in the wild right next to a Thor 2017 Ares. So I was pretty stoked about that. Picked those up for just regular retail. Night before, I picked up a Jackal figure for $8. Just had a trade with DC Toy Photography that I got a NECA Nathan Drake and a Sarah Connor that I'm going to be using for a custom. But that Nathan Drake is pretty sick. It's got decent articulation. I picked up
Like it.
yeah, it's it's not bad. It could use some things, but it's not terrible for what it is. I picked up a Morbius Marvel Legends for about $14. That one wasn't bad. Then I picked up a clearance 40th anniversary Legacy Pack Darth Vader for $30.
Nice.
Yeah, so that one wasn't bad either. I've really been eyeballing that figure. I mean, I have one in package, and I've had one in package that I bought. That actually my girl bought for me at full retail, and so I've been waiting to see if I could get that thing to drop down a little bit more to pick that up, and I couldn't wait any longer. I had to pull the trigger on 30.
Nice.
Nice.
Yeah. So really, I haven't busted open the bullseye yet. I'm not sure how to feel about the Ares. I'm kind of still sitting on that one. I don't know if anybody's looking for it, but I know it's going to be a hot commodity, which is kind of why I picked it up because it looked really cool. But I don't know how I feel about it as far as having other characters interact with it. So.
The bullseye is really good. You'll be happy with that one for sure.
Oh, I'm so
I need
excited.
to get the bullseye.
Oh my god, you have no idea. I walked in this aisle and I see this lady with her kids standing in front. And I wanted to shove this lady over. Just to grab this bullseye. I mean, I saw this and I was like, oh man, nobody knows what's right here, and so I had to snatch it real quick. And then as soon as I walked up and snatched, I saw the Ares right behind a couple of Loki figures, and I was like, oh, that one's mine too.
Loki
I
looks
go to
like Humpty
Dwayne Reed
Dumpty.
and stuff, and I still get freaking yellow Daredevils.
Dude, don't get me wrong. Those are littered at every fucking Walgreens I go to. I can find at least
And
4
Dwayne
of
Reed.
those.
I can't even escape it from Dwayne Reed now.
How many Misty Nights do you see?
But
Because
you
I
know
can count
what?
3.
You know what? Actually, I've never seen that many Misty Nights on the shelves. I've only seen 1 or 2.
Usually.
You know
No.
what?
Randomly.
You can-
Hellcat. What else? Mockingbird.
Sometimes.
I got tons of those.
There's 2 peg warmers that you can make an amazing figure with.
What?
Havoc and Yellow Daredevil. Just put the head on Havoc, paint it black, and boom, you got my custom Daredevil.
You got Daredevil right there. Boom. No, that's totally true. I didn't even think about that. That's a good call. Unfortunately, Havocs aren't peg warmers over here. I just got a grip of
Oh,
Daredevil.
really?
Oh no, yeah, I got a grip of the original suit Daredevils. Let's see. I still have like a whole bunch of cottonmouths and boomerangs. What else do I have? Yeah, it's real rough. I mean, like I can't tell you how many Black Series fins I see on a daily basis. Looking
That's everywhere, though.
I mean, it is ridiculous. Like I want to burn those things. Like I see so many of them. There is just like that. And what's the other one with the helmet that I don't even know.
no.
The Constable's
Yeah.
Zubio.
Yes,
Zubio.
yes. And you're like,
Oh my
why?
gosh, I'm tired of seeing that.
Why was
But
that
I'm
made
so-
into a figure?
I don't know.
And it was cut from the movie.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. But also, like, when you have figures that are, like, actually in the movie that there are more of, that you're like, why is this here? Like, it just, I like the fin. It's just, like, it just seems to be,
I
like,
see-
a peg warmer
I
everywhere.
see
I
rows
go.
of like fins and like Kylos.
Oh, yeah, the unmasked Kylo, though, right?
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
pretty
good
much
one.
The unmasked.
it's pretty much that Black Series wave, that Rogue One Black Series wave is except
Yeah,
for the
dude.
Death Trooper. It's
Yeah.
they're all peg warmers.
Now, if I can pick up that pilot for, like, $3 or $5, I definitely will, and army build the shit out of that for Vader to kill him. But, like, I'm not going to pay, like, $20 for a piece of shit figure.
No.
Yeah, dude. So, who's next?
I'll go. I
I am checking my Facebook Live. Great.
actually did I get anything? I don't think I got anything.
Okay, that's good. No,
So good job.
next.
Nick.
Next.
I really only got one thing, but I paid for a bunch of things. I got the what's it called, the new MCU Thor figure.
Oh, nice. Okay.
Pretty cool. And then I paid for SHF Spidey and
Woo!
Damn, I saw D Amazing. I'm gonna keep calling him D just because I keep hearing that. But
Yep.
I saw D already had a picture up on his Instagram account that he had that in hand, and I was like, damn. And I heard him the other day, and he was like, "Look, I stopped telling y'all about when I'm getting stuff like when I'm holding it because you guys don't care." Like he went in the whole thing, but I was like, "It doesn't matter. It's all politics." But I was like, "Damn, that dude got his hands on it already." And I'm seeing, I like saw so many posts today of like, oh, it's up for pre-order. Like they're now accepting payments or like whatever the other
Yeah.
shit was, and it was like he already has his hands on it. It's like that's nuts.
I just paid for mine today.
Adam, it's okay. It's okay. It's not
yeah, I
that bad.
paid for mine last night. Pretty excited for it. And then I should be getting the Figure Arts Black Panther soon too. So
Oh shit! How much did you pay for that?
$5.
$5. Yep.
What?
Yeah,
$5?
Foot long. What?
he wishes it was $5.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
It's the bootleg.
Shit, even
Speaking of which, freaking D has already got photos up on his Instagram, on his
of that
his,
Mayfair or the
Spider-Man?
Spider-Man on his story.
Oh shit!
Oh yeah.
He does.
Damn.
He has them in a full splits. It looks funny.
Yeah.
Damn. Now I gotta check too.
So is that it, Nick, for your pickups?
Yeah, I'm done.
Cool.
That's great.
What?
The pose that D puts
He's
back.
Oh,
doing
yeah.
sit-ups.
I was looking at them and they look weird, but not in a bad way. I'm just saying that.
Yeah, but like, look at that articulation. That's insane.
The eyes don't even
Yeah,
look
it's
that.
fucking crazy,
silver.
dude.
Yo,
Go
I
get in the
have
Mayfair 'cause I don't
build a
care.
figure right now.
I don't even care. I don't
I should
care
be getting
either.
mine next week. Oh.
Oh,
Oh, is this what you guys
Have fun
are
at
looking
college,
right
Adam.
now? He looks like he's doing the most awkward push-ups of his life.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's terrible.
So anyway,
Yeah,
Have fun
that's
at college,
right.
Adam. Have fun at college, Adam.
lol.
College boy.
So
Hey,
What
Adam,
if it arrives the day you leave,
No.
that'd be funny.
Whoa.
or like the
That
day
would-
after you leave?
yeah, that would suck.
For you.
Shut up.
Anyways, I think it's my turn now, right? Or did you want
No.
to say
Yeah.
something, Adam?
You don't get a turn.
I thought you
Oh.
went already.
I didn't say shit, dude.
It was,
You just
I was
said a bunch of
kidding.
words right now.
Yeah.
You guys hate me.
You don't get bullied. I'm the one that gets bullied.
Yeah, but you're Adam.
That explains everything.
Hey, Jaime, did you pick the photo for the We Are Live right now?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can I ask you a question
Yeah.
about that? What made you pick that photo?
I just picked it up randomly.
Oh, okay. Just
But,
I thought
but
that was going to lead to a little bit more of a
also-
conversation, but yeah, it's cool.
We are live right now while Punisher is killing a bunch of people.
also, I think I
He's doing what he does.
also I like to shoes like, I don't know. I just liked it, so I picked it up.
No, I was just curious. This is just out of curiosity.
Curiosity
But
cat.
yeah, I guess it's my turn
I
now.
know,
So
Is it your turn?
I got the Bullseye, Marvel Legends Bullseye, and
oh shit! Both.
I got the Blade figure.
Oh no shit!
Blade is actually pretty cool, but you have to like mod the
You gotta sand his butt. You gotta.
yeah.
You gotta. You gotta.
You have
rub
to
his
sand the
butt.
butt
You
He
gotta
didn't
rub
wanna
his
say it.
butt a little bit.
because like they casted it like really weirdly, so his legs won't go back.
Really?
So he got a
You
thick
gotta, like,
butt.
Sand it because he's a thick boy, But yeah, I got him. I got the actually I think that's it.
Nice.
Yeah, that's it.
Nice.
I'm sorry, I'm laughing at a meme.
So did you get
Alright.
anything?
Look at Adam being professional.
I
Did
was gonna
Adam
say.
get anything?
I just said I didn't get anything.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, yo.
Clemens, you go ahead.
Well, you can check out what I got on the YouTube channel and see my unboxing.
Ooh, nice
Ooh.
plug.
Holy shit! If anybody is listening and has not watched this video, check it out. Because it's probably the most import shit you've ever seen in the biggest cardboard box you've also ever seen with the craziest shit ever. Seriously, I'm not trying to give this dude a plug, but kind of I am.
Yeah, actually go to the GoFigure
I was going to say,
channel.
go to the GoFigure podcast channel and check that shit out. It is pretty legit. I'm not even a big imports fan, and I was watching the shit like, wow.
Let
this
me
is
know if
actually
you guys
pretty
want to
fucking
see more, because I got tons.
Hey, I'm just putting it out there. I want to see that clone. I want to see Team Rocket. I want to see Ash. Because if you can sell me that Team Rocket, I'm not a big import guy, but I will buy that and Ash.
Well, let's see. Let's see if it's worth buying. I have no idea yet.
I know. I'm saying, sell it to me here. You're like, I don't even know what it's like. Have you opened it yet?
Nope. I'm not even home.
Oh, no shit. Yeah.
Clemens,
Wait, I think I know someone that might be selling it. So
How much did you pay for that, by the way?
I don't remember. I gotta look it up.
Of
I don't
course.
look at that
Yeah,
stuff.
it's a giant.
he just
Yeah.
throws the money at the figures. He doesn't care
Yeah,
about
he's
the
like,
price tag.
shut up and take
I just
my
throw
money.
digital currency at things because
Yeah.
everything is
Digital
digital.
currency.
Nothing's tangible, so it's not real until it's in your hands.
Of course, like Team Rocket or Ash.
Yeah.
Cool. So yeah, go check the video out because that's way too long of a list to actually say.
I don't remember most of it.
Me neither, and I watched the video like a million times because I was the one that edited the video. Now I remember. So yeah, anything that you guys are interested in the toy, figure, or whatever community this week?
Homecoming.
Has there been anything?
Spider-Man.
Oh yeah,
What?
I mean besides Spider-Man.
I mean, yeah, Spider-Man. That's pretty obvious. But anything else
Which
that you
one?
guys?
Are you guys talking about?
Spider-Man.
You talking about the
SH.
homemade suit? Or are you talking about
Yeah, the
regular
homemade suit.
How about
Yeah, actually, yeah, that's a good point. The homemade suit actually went live for pre-order.
Oh,
There's two
yes.
versions. You could get it
The
on a
2-pack.
two-pack with Iron Man, Mark,
Yeah.
whatever the mark is,
Mark
right now,
47.
and
Mark whatever it is.
and you can
Mark
get the
something
single
or
pack.
another. Mark repaint 762.
Yep,
No.
yep.
Yep.
I believe that's a repaint.
Yep.
The Civil War one.
No,
It is.
Yeah.
It's not the same.
Okay.
It's gonna be like the same goddamn thing.
I mean, it might
No.
have like a little difference, but come on.
Maybe, yeah, but come on.
Well, I mean, it's definitely a repaint of the 46. Like
There we go. There we go. Yeah. Thank you for joining me.
All right.
Adam.
Okay, now we can move on.
All right. So what else? What about? This is a little on the older news because I know our people already have this. But what do you guys think about that model Grievous kit? The model General Grievous Star. Me too, right?
I'm not into
I've
like
never.
model kits, but that thing looks cool.
Well, the Bandai
You
model
look-
kits are all pretty good.
And really, I saw Craig Warwick actually posted a little like a short video of his that he put a
Yeah.
he put a wash on it and just looked like it stepped right out of the movie. I mean, it completely made it for me. I was like, I want to pick one of those up.
Yeah, he did like
You
a
have to remember that
60-second
way.
showcase.
Yeah,
Exactly.
it's not an action figure, so it cannot take the punishment that an action figure can. 'Cause the plastic is a lot thinner.
Yeah, that's the thing, though. Yeah, for sure. Like I saw the review, the Amazing did, and the figure, looks cool. But he even said that like the be careful. The plastic is obviously model kit plastic is way thinner than normal plastic. So don't go like throwing the figure around and stuff like that.
Definitely.
But I want to throw my figure around.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, who doesn't want to throw their expensive Mezco shit against a wall? Because that's a great idea. But
Well,
speaking
how
of,
else do you create a realistic impact crater?
I don't know exactly what did you say.
How else do you create a realistic impact crater?
Fair enough, styrofoam. But speaking of Mezco, I'm going to transfer and ask you guys' thoughts as far as that Mezco Batman. What do you guys are thinking about that?
Oh, the new one?
The
Yes.
Ascending Night one? Isn't that what it's
The
called?
Night Ascending or Ascending Night. I'm not exactly sure, but that figure.
I think
I
it
don't
looks
like
cool.
the long ears.
That's
Too
because
weird.
it's accurate to the Ascending Night thing, but I definitely agree with you. I think a good head swap would really make that figure just really pop.
I think it looks cool, but at first when they announced it, I thought it was like the first appearance Batman with the purple gloves.
Yeah.
Yeah, year one kind of look. Yeah. I thought it did too at first.
It looks cool, but I think like the Catwoman looks way cooler.
Yeah, the Catwoman's.
Like she looks cool. I think that's.
I don't know. I'm not sold on their females yet. Like,
Yeah,
how they
me
look
neither.
weird. The
Yeah.
Wonder Woman looks kind of weird.
Yeah,
I'm
but
on the same page.
I think the Catwoman seems like most of her body is like covered up. I think she looks kind of cool compared to the other two females they have.
You know,
But
if I'm
overall,
gonna throw my hat in the net as far as Mezco, I'm gonna throw on Punisher or not Punisher. I'm sorry, Punisher is a great figure, but I'm gonna go for Iron Man. Just the overall sculpt of that figure, not having a claw.
I'm really curious about that actually, since it's not a cloth suit, and that's like probably nothing going to be really hindering articulation.
That's what I'm thinking. So I'm thinking it's just going to be a really solid figure with a lot of great detail and extras as well.
I think that figure is gonna be good because of that too. Like it's not gonna have the limitations of cloth, obviously.
Also, it's more classic Iron Man, so I don't feel it's saturated.
Yeah, and it definitely will be cool because Mezco knows how to do like
classics,
electronic eyes. You know, with the light up eyes.
Oh,
they know how to do that shit.
I don't even think his eyes are gonna light up. It's only gonna be his chest.
Yeah,
because he's gonna have the Tony Stark head underneath.
Oh,
are they really?
But
yeah, it's like a. I think they said that it's going to be a removable faceplate, and I think only the chest is going to light up.
I thought the face light up too, but anyways, like they know how to do those.
No, I think Pierre said it in one of the interviews. I think if you look at the interview he did with Bug at Toy Fair, I think he says that it's going to have a removable faceplate with revealing the Tony Stark face.
Oh,
Who's being chased by the cops?
Not me. I'm inside.
Fibbins.
I'm inside. That's just how loud that shit is.
Yeah, I mean, like, yeah, I totally feel you though. Like, I think Iron Man's gonna be cool, even though I'm not the huge Iron Man.
Right, same here. Honestly, really just keeping with the Marvel page. or Marvel theme, so to speak. What are you guys thinking about the Hasbro X-Force Deadpool? That's just going to be
Man.
available at HasCon
I think it
and the
looks,
What?
Hasbro Toy Shop.
I think it looks really cool, but that shit's gonna be so expensive to get.
Yeah.
Oh,
Let's go repaint. Like I can just repaint my Deadpool.
I mean, yeah,
Yeah.
you can, but
do you have the new one though? Because he has the new like arms and the new legs and shit like that.
With
Yeah.
the fucking pinky that's out.
No, I mean that was the same. I'm talking about like the forearms and the
yeah,
legs.
forearms and legs.
They have it more of a comic version of Deadpool rather than a classic version. More of a classic version of Deadpool
Different
rather
belt
than
and all that, and it looks really good. But I'm not overpaying for that. In before I overpay for that.
I do like
You are gonna.
yeah, right. I do like the gun blast effect for the bazooka though. I think
they got rid of the punching bag.
yeah,
Not
right.
the punching bag. I mean the fucking glove. I don't know why.
The boxing glove. But yeah, I definitely think that was a good choice to kind of switch those out. I think it was a good idea that they just were able to reuse one of the the thrusters or the repulsor beams or whatever from Iron Man, which is cool. But what I can't figure out is those like they look
Space
like
guns.
Uzis. Yeah, space
Those
guns.
look weird.
Yeah, let's call them space guns because it was just like those look like garbage. Like
Well, they need something zany because it's Deadpool, so they're gonna just.
yeah, you already got
I
that big fucking
You
ridiculous
could
gun
just
that makes
paint
no
them like
fucking sense
Nerf
already.
gun
Yeah,
colors.
I was thinking like Adam's saying. Go ahead, Adam, because I was thinking that same thing.
What?
Go ahead.
What?
Paint them like Nerf guns.
Okay, so
Ah.
Adam's
Paint 'em-
not
paint 'em-
talking now. What?
Paint 'em-
Ah,
What?
What the frick is going on?
go ahead, Adam. Come on.
Paint.
Yeah, Adam, talk.
Paint.
Come on, Adam.
Okay, Adam.
Paint the weird.
Go ahead,
looking
Adam.
Guns. Okay. The joke's gone on long enough.
Oh man. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
What?
Okay, let's just move on then, I guess.
Yeah, let's move on. So I was thinking that since Adam didn't talk, you could repaint them and make it look like.
I mean, why are you stealing my ideas?
Because you didn't finish them.
Yeah, you didn't want to talk. We were trying to let you talk, but you didn't want to talk.
I mean, we were trying to let you say
I
something,
mean,
but
we were encouraging you to talk. That's mean.
I'm
Yeah,
gonna go cry.
Let's move on. So yeah, that Deadpool definitely looks cool. But man, like HasCon, that's their first convention. I don't know how things will work. I don't know if they're gonna limit it. I don't know if they're just gonna have a bunch of them and people will buy like a billion and sell
I
them.
mean, it's
online.
Deadpool, so
well,
Deadpool.
I think the thing is, I think you're going to be limited to how much you're going to be able to buy in person. But I know for a solid fact I've watched multiple. Well, I don't know for a solid fact, but I'm really for sure. You can go to Hasbro Toy Shop online and you can buy them via there after HasCon.
Yeah, but it's still like there's still a chance that it's sold out.
Well, yeah, I'm just saying, you just have to look. You'd be like, all right, what day is HasCon over? And then you literally just look the next day at the orders, and it should be like $20. So if you're on your figure buying game grind, then you should be able to get it no problem. But if not, then just wait till it shows up on eBay like a couple weeks later, and then just buy it for $10 more or whatever.
That would really go for $10.
$10 more.
People can get greedy real fast.
Oh, I know. I was just trying to be positive, but I know.
Well, see, I mean, if you do wait long enough, because if nobody continues to buy them at those prices, the prices are going to continue to come down. So the longer everybody waits, the cheaper it's going to get. But it's just how cheap does everybody want to wait?
Oh, definitely. And it's just like any other figure that people really like, whether it be this Ares or whether it be like a Deadpool, like it's going to circle back around.
Yeah.
You'll get a different version, and the price of the version that you like is going to like lower because there's a new version out. So it's like, as long as you can just hold out, like you'll find your shit. Like it's not going to be a problem.
Yeah, and there's always someone that's a good guy actually.
Exactly.
And will sell it like for a normal or
at a
decent
reasonable price. Yeah, back
I'm actually
when,
noticing more of those.
definitely. I was gonna say actually, before I moved, about a half a year ago, there's a dude in the last town I was in that used to sell me Marvel Legend, Toy Biz Marvel Legends, like all of them for the most part, from $20 to $30.
Nice.
And that was almost every legend except for Deadpool because he was a ridiculous amount. But I'm saying like Juggernaut, Bishop, Abomination, some of the bigger ones that you're like, wow, this is a big figure. It would sell for $20-$30. So
Nice.
it's just, you just really got to connect with some of the people as far as, like what people are selling and kind of go from
Yeah.
Yeah. So I wanted to talk about a little bit about something in the MCU. There's a really high possibility that's going on right now. I was last week. I was a guest on the They're Not Dolls podcast with the Toy Migos.
Congratulations,
And,
man. That's awesome.
Thanks. And we were talking about many topics on there, but one of the topics that really like interested me is that we were talking about the MCU and the directions going, and there seemed to be solid evidence that Fox and Disney are actually working together for some stuff that's coming out. And first of all, like the Disney slash Fox contract with Marvel stuff, they couldn't make TV shows like at all. They could make movies, right?
Mm-hmm.
So
Okay.
Cheney was actually telling me that they actually have a couple, like two TV shows based on the X-Men universe now because they Hasbro, what the fuck, Hasbro, Disney and
Same shit.
Disney
Hasbro's
and
making
Fox are
shows
Disney owns
actually like
everything.
working behind the scenes. And yeah, dude, like there's actually a possibility now that we are gonna be able to see the Fantastic Four move on to the MCU because supposedly there's really, and I'm saying this with good sources. I'm not saying because I heard about it from just the dude. These guys are legit. They know their shit, and they were on Comic Con. They have their connections. They know their shit, dude. And they're supposedly, um, I think it's on the next. I don't think it's Infinity War. It's the next one that we might see Namor. And if we see Namor, you know what that means, right? They've done a deal because Namor is actually a Fox property. No,
Actually, the thing with Namor, his rights are, it's crazy. Like I forgot who said it, but they were doing an interview with one of the directors of a MCU movie, and he said that no, we own the rights for Namor. And then I also heard from the other half of Fox saying that they own the rights. So it's really his rights. I think his rights are
actually,
kind of like how
no, Namor is owned by Fox, dude. Namor's a mutant.
Yeah.
no, but it's kind of like the same as Scarlet Witch and Quicksilver. How they use them.
Yeah, because they're working like out deals and stuff.
No, but I'll try to find it. But one of the Marvel MCU guys said that no, they own Namor.
Wait, that's interesting. So what do you
Yeah.
guys think overall? Like seeing the Fantastic Four join.
I hope the Fantastic Four becomes good again because they used to be one of my favorite teams.
Make
And Cheney
Fantastic Four great again.
And Ernie.
Yeah.
or Cheney. I don't remember who was the one that said it, but it was a genius thing that he told me on the podcast. With each phase, they're on phase 3 right now, if I'm not mistaken. Of the MCU, they usually like have some sort of teaser or like a picture they use to basically tease the next phase, right? How perfect would it be if they just release like Cheney or Ernie? I don't remember who was the one that said it, but how perfect would it be to just have like Marvel Phase 4 and the 4 is the logo of the Fantastic Four?
Yeah.
That'd be
Yeah,
clever.
that would be great.
That's so cool,
I mean,
right? Like,
it is kind of up in the air because in Spider-Man: Homecoming, they did Tony Stark did say that he sold the Avengers Tower,
exactly.
but I mean, it
Exactly.
could be the Oscorp Tower or it can be, but
Yeah, one of the
it's up
two.
in the
But
air.
we were
You know what?
speculating.
I was gonna.
We were speculating about the Baxter building because, come to think about it, they seem to be working out deals either way. Because the
And there is a
TV
Doom
shows,
movie coming out.
yeah, and the TV shows like that wasn't a possibility before with with their actual deal. They couldn't make TV shows, and now they can for some reason, right? So they and come on, man, like the last Fantastic Four movie sucked so bad, like
It did. It was so bad.
like they lost more money than they made basically making that movie. So why would they keep that that
Poor Silver
franchise or
Surfer.
whatever? And
Well,
we were talking about the Tony Stark sold the Stark Tower. What other iconic building other than the Oscorp building is on New York? The Baxter building is actually a very important landmark in the comics. You know, they go there like a lot. Every hero has ended up in there at one point. You know, come
Yeah.
on, man, make it
It'd
happen.
be it'd be so funny too because if Marvel does get the rights for Fantastic Four, they'll have two actors that played Human Torch in their universe already.
You already.
Yeah.
Yeah.
that
They
would
can make
be pretty
it funny.
interesting. I kind of think the side info that's kind of backing everything that you guys have said, as far as just kind of translating into the toy aspect of what we're talking about,
Yes, sir.
is the Marvel Legends exclusive to Walgreens, Invisible Woman, and then I don't know where the Human Torch is exclusive to, but
It's
Also,
all
they're
the
making the
Walgreens.
whole team.
I think
I
they're all
haven't,
going
I
to be
haven't seen a
Walgreens.
single one
Yeah.
yet.
They're
that's
gonna make
all.
the whole team too.
If you guys are looking for them, I just found the Invisible Woman today. The dude in the back said, or the dude at Walgreens said he had a couple of them in the back that he stashed. So
Nice.
if you guys are looking for them, like I can hook you up with them.
Sorry,
But
man.
I
I
just
just
got
don't want to spend $20 on a Marvel Legends female body because I fucking hate the fact that they're still not getting the same amount of articulation that
me
female
both.
bodies are.
you and me both, and that's exactly why I'm not going to spend a single penny on it. But if you guys are looking for it, I can find it. But I think that's kind of the start because you know that like all these lines essentially, even like Lego when they do Star Wars, do a lot of the characters before the movie comes out. Like there were Legos of Snoke before the movie came out, and there were Legos that you were like, this isn't even the character in the movie, but you still got a character of that in Lego form. So I think a lot of the companies do characters in plastic before to kind of dry, almost like test run the character as far as how well they do with the public.
Oh, probably. I wouldn't put it past them.
And so that's what I'm thinking, in that they have stuff going at Walgreens as far as the exclusives of Invisible Woman and Human Torch, as far as just like we're gonna slowly introduce these four characters back into the mix of characters, so to speak. So.
See if it's been long enough that people forgot about that last really shitty movie and the
Exactly,
last really shitty one before
And
that.
think about it.
And we're gonna make them. And we're gonna make them comic accurate, so they're not gonna look like the movie where you're like anybody could have been these characters. It's like these are the characters that you know and love, kind of thing. And hopefully,
if the Human Torch is Captain America, what?
Of course, yeah. So if we can get a really douchey Chris Evans to be, Human Torch. No, but seriously, it just looks like it's going to be the same kind of classic costumes. And really, if they did the thing right, I think they'll be really back in business because it's Hasbro, and they could do a whole bunch of gimmicky shit as far as Mr. Fantastic with funky arms or legs or head or neck or whatever bullshit they want to put up. But if they do the thing right, I think they're going to be doing okay.
Oh, for sure, they can definitely flip the franchise because they're Marvel, and by introducing them into the MCU, like maybe even older fans that aren't even into the MCU could get into the MCU too.
True.
I mean, look what they did with Spider-Man. Sony and Spider-Man.
Yeah, like it's a possibility. It's a high possibility, and man.
I mean, if Fox wants money, if Fox wants to make money, more money off like these franchises that they own, I think it would be smart for them to join up with Marvel, like how Sony did.
Yeah, but you don't know what type of money they want.
I mean, yeah, but come on, man. Like Disney is like It's a fucking huge corporation. They can afford whatever they want. They can even buy the
Yeah,
fucking whole
but Fox isn't. I mean, besides the Deadpool, which happened to be a success, but not because of them. They have no real clout, so they're not really worth anything. So why would you pay them really what they want?
Yeah, but you could. They don't care. They have the money to spend. They just want their characters back, dude. They
Yeah.
can do it.
So it's all about getting those characters for lowest number as possible.
Yeah, but I don't think that's an issue with Disney, dude. I don't think Disney's gonna be like, oh man, I need them for cheap.
You don't
They just want
think
them back.
Disney's gonna try to
Well,
cut as
wait.
many pennies as possible, trying to make as much money as possible off of something?
Of course, dude. But what I'm saying is they can and they will. Everything has a price.
Hopefully, it turns out like how Daredevil and Ghost Rider did, where they just didn't renew the contract or whatever for those characters, and Marvel just took them back. Because I really think the Fantastic Four can really lead us into that new phase of movies after all this Avengers stuff.
Yeah, for sure. Come on, man.
Or at least
wouldn't
this
that be
era
cool?
of Avengers.
Yeah, definitely. Just no SJW heroes, please.
So yeah, shout out to the Toy Amigos. Go check out their latest episode. We actually go more in depth about this topic there, and they talk a lot of good stuff. Like they know their shit. So go check that episode out. And yeah, that's pretty much it for that topic. Anything else you guys want to go before we end the audio part?
Nope, I'm good.
We good?
No.
I just want to say one last thing, and
Yeah.
I'm very confused because Avengers 4 started production, and then some of the cast already is showing up, and Josh Brolin is still on the cast for
Yep.
Avengers 4, and I'm very
Yeah.
confused because apparently it's not Avengers Infinity War Part 2 anymore, so I'm
No, it's
I'm
not.
confused.
It's
Yo,
supposedly it's supposedly called
Secret
Infinity
Invasion
Gauntlet.
for Avengers 4. Secret Invasion for Avengers 4, please.
Is he
No,
not
that's
going to be?
That's not gonna happen, dude. The Secret Invasion thing, that's gonna be their next big event.
Yeah, Avengers 4.
Yeah, dude, but what I mean is
Secret
like
Invasion, Avengers 4.
you're not getting my point, dude.
I
Like-
am getting your point, but
No,
I'm
let me talk.
refusing to agree with your point.
Well, fuck
Yo,
you.
look at all this shade being flung. Holy shit.
Maybe Avengers 6, 5.
What I was saying is
Ooh.
like
My
all of the
Spider-Gwen
movies.
was shipped.
Okay, cool. What I was trying to say is like all the movies that go back, they've been teasing the shit out of the Infinity Stones or whatever until
Yeah.
now. So I'm pretty sure that the whole Secret Invasion arc they're going for now is gonna have a couple of movies before that, maybe introduce new heroes before they actually do the Secret Invasion movie.
Just
They
not
can do it for
SJW.
4. 'cause
Wait, Adam, what did you say, Adam? What was shipped?
Spider-Gwen?
Oh, I thought you said Spider-Man. I was like, oh, maybe you do get it before college.
Hmm?
So anything else you guys want to touch before we move on?
I'm not touching shit.
Okay. So yeah, you can check us out
that's
on.
good that you don't touch feces.
Okay, cool. Can I talk now?
No. What do you think?
Yes, you can talk. Please, Adam, be quiet now.
So check us out, the Go Figure Podcast Instagram.com/Go Figure Podcast. Check out the Facebook page, Facebook.com/Go Figure Podcast, and also our YouTube channel, which is YouTube.com/Go Figure Podcast. If you're listening to us right now on the RLU Raw Live and Unedited Network, you can continue this podcast, the visual part, on our YouTube. So go check that out right now. Anything else, guys?
Go.
So
Go to YouTube.
thank you, DNA Photography, for joining us. This was really cool. And hit the potato.
Hit it.
Did you say hit the potato?
Yes. You hit the potato.
I have no idea what the fuck that means, but I appreciate you guys having me on here. It was it was a literal.
I'm not done.
It's not over.
You're not going yet. You're not free.
Everyone
What?
always thinks it's done.
Well, because you're dismissing them.
Because you guys wrap it up at the end there. That's probably
Yeah,
why.
because that's the end of the for the people that listen to the audio,
Oh, I
actual
got you.
podcast. So now we get into the recent ACBA. Can you guys see the
I
screenshot? Right?
can.
Ooh, yum
Definitely.
yum.
Cool. So
What?
first picture is DNA toy photography.
Oh man, that shit looks weak right there.
Hey, at least it's nice and centered.
Nice and yeah. I mean, I could do that shit too. Everybody's their own worst critic, so really, I'm looking at this and I can see the worst point of views of all of this.
If I only had like a little feedback on this,
Yeah,
more light.
Definitely throw it out there.
more light, especially on that muzzle flare.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You guys know what that
And
was?
also,
actually?
Deadpool's arm is blocking his face.
Definitely.
Is that
I was
the,
thinking
is
about
that the
that.
thing from Punisher?
No, it's not because I don't have a Punisher. That's
Oh
actually
yeah, that's right.
some dried polyurethane with a piece of a thumbtack that I rigged onto a gun.
Ah, that's pretty
Nice.
cool
So,
though.
yeah, make do with what I got. But no, I
Right.
definitely agree with everything you guys are saying on that one as far as more light in the Deadpool arm.
So yeah, it's a cool picture overall though. Next picture, that one's pretty cool.
I really like that
how
one.
I like how that Vader figure looks. The helmet finally they got right. The helmet.
I definitely agree. And really, the cape, if you have it just sitting on the shoulders, it doesn't look exactly right. So I had to manipulate what would be, it's on the left, but it's the right shoulder, and then slightly on the left. And then the Boba in the back is the Reveltech Boba Fett,
Ooh.
which I just have stepping over a Black Series Poe Dameron. But
Nice.
and then I have a red, actually, bike light, just for the reflection of that red glow on Vader's eyes and face.
Yeah,
Nice.
that's nice.
Yeah.
I really like this one though.
Cool. I'm glad you like that one. That one's actually a. I thought I said it. I thought I said it on there, but it was actually some cover art that I had seen that I tried to kind of manipulate to the best of what I had. The tendrils are just some wire with some hot glue that have been painted and a little bit of dry brushing.
That's actually pretty cool, dude.
The light is just one of those finger lights you can pick up over it, like a dollar store or something like that. Marvel Select Venom, and then that's the Cowabunga Carl TMNT van with a repaint, and then the Walgreens exclusive Punisher with the Epic Heroes
And
head.
the cup holders. Don't forget the cup
Oh
holders.
my gosh, Adam! Don't even think I forgot about the cup holders. I got a leather armrest in the center of that thing. But the only thing, the only thing I've been thinking about that van is that if I add color to it, it's going to take away from the darkness of the windows, which I'm kind of hesitant about doing unless I put tinted windows in there. So it's going to be a little bit of a trial and error run. I have another
Looking
vehicle.
good though.
Thank you very much. I have another vehicle I'm going to be experimenting with a little bit as far as window tint.
Would be
And how
cool
that-
if you could add. I mean, I'm just talking shit because I wouldn't even know how to do that. But it would be kind of cool if somehow you could get real LEDs on the lights. But that's just me saying.
No, I mean totally. I was thinking about the same thing, and really, the finger light that you see in the very middle of the picture there, that's going to be shining on Venom. I was thinking about taking a Dremel to the lights themselves, so I could fit that snugly in there, and then they could just be click on, click off LED lights.
There's actually this of course in Japan, and I have a bunch of them. I don't know if you guys know about those light up sabers that you saw for a while. They were
Definitely.
Yeah,
what the fuck company was that?
The Karabukiya?
Yeah. But the
MSG.
light, the light part. There's another company that makes just those light parts in 3 different sizes. So you can just Dremel out a little hole and slide those in there.
Nice.
But they're like $4 or $5 a piece, but they're self-contained batteries and they have a very specific life. So once they die, they're dead. You have to buy more. That's the only issue with them.
Yeah, and that would be the other thing is the lights that the one light that's in this photo is actually interchangeable. I'd be able to unscrew the back and put new batteries in there.
Yeah.
And really, that was the kind of the other catch as far as this taking care of the lights on this was. I wanted to make sure that the whole front part of the van was open and that the lights wouldn't, inhibit any of the motion or any of the figures, fitting in the front. So
yeah, for sure.
all things I'm kind of taking into consideration. I figured I can always paint the light and then Dremel it out later rather than Dremel it out and then try to figure it out.
I don't know if you have a black light, but you can just get black light reactive paint. And with enough light, you can blow out the black light, but that paint will still react to it.
That's true too. That's definitely true.
That's pretty cool. Overall, I really like your stuff that you're doing with the vehicles and all that. That's really cool.
Thank you, man. I appreciate it.
So next picture is actually mine.
With your
That's
special
really sick.
gauntlet.
Huh?
I was gonna say, what scale Thanos glove is that?
Marvel Universe. I know it's too big. I'm sorry.
I was gonna say that it makes sense. It fits well with everything. Is that a kit bashed Black Panther there?
Yes, I'm glad you asked because that's actually my favorite Black Panther now. Basically, what I did is the Walmart exclusive Black Panther, the new one. I just cut off the belt with a X-Acto knife. I'm pretty sure you could heat it up and remove it without actually cutting it up, but I don't care. Yeah, basically I use like hot water on a stove or whatever, carefully without burning, the figure, and I removed the arms from the elbow down and the legs from the knee down on the Walmart figure, and then I did the same with the movie version of Black Panther, the Civil War one. So I added those arms from the elbow down and the legs from the knee down to the Walmart one, and then I modded the hands so they could pop out easily, like the new style of peg. And I used the Daredevil hands, the Netflix Daredevil hands, for the fist. And I actually cut the collar piece of the movie version, and I modded it so it could fit on the Walmart one, and then I just glued it in. I still need to actually finish it. I haven't glued it on the back yet. That's why it looks a little bit raised on the picture, but I'll fix it later. But overall, I really like how that turned out.
Now, how did you get, if you mind me asking, how did you get the light really well on that lightning effect?
Oh man, dude, this picture took me a while to take because I was actually struggling a little bit with this one for some reason. But I have some LED flashlights, really really strong LED flashlight that I got from Walmart. So what I did, you can't see it because it's obviously out of frame, but I had it really really close to the lightning on both sides, so you can see that it's lighted up evenly.
Mm-hmm.
And then for that little blue light that looks kind of like the lightning, but it's not coming actually from the lightning, you can see in the chest and on the side of Black Panther, just like a blue highlight. That's just my phone. I search Google with a blue image, and I have it closed with a really strong brightness, and it looks like blue light. So that's what I basically did here. And that also helped. That also helped the lightning be more even too. But that one, I'll admit, the lighting up the lightning was kind of hard too. Cheney from Toy Amigos was actually giving me feedback because the first version of this picture was kind of horrible. Like the lightning was not even lit correctly. So shout out to him.
Nice.
Good job. So yeah, that's pretty much it. I'm gonna go to the next one. This is the next one.
Is that TV screen background?
But yeah, all of these are the TV screen, by the way. Yeah, basically TV screen, same little dial piece I've been using lately, and the figure is posed, with a little yellow light with my phone on front.
Yep, I see that.
and red lighting on the cape, so it looks a little bit more like red. I don't know. There's a red light on top of the cape,
Yeah, blends it.
And this is the last one. I actually really like this one.
This one is dope. I love this one.
Again, just the background, like green lighting from the sides, and I had a stand behind the cape, and the plastic cape actually helped me on this one because it supported the weight of the figure. So that's pretty cool. I really like this one actually.
That one came out really nice.
Like and the effect
Especially
on the
that
hands
book.
on the figure.
Yeah, what is he reading there?
It's supposed to be the Book of Vishanti, but that's actually Deku's notebook that I made from scratch. And here we got Adam with the Spider-Man
Ooh.
face.
I was gonna say, is that Adam's new phone shop?
Yeah, it is.
I really like
Yeah, that's my phone background.
the colors on this.
Yeah, I love how it turned out. I was like, wow, that looks good. It's like, and all it is, it's just a red light from the left side and a blue light from the right, and then one normal light from the bottom. And
Merca.
Yeah, it looks great.
yeah, America got the America lights.
We got Daredevil here,
Red.
looking really red. And
Looking
edgy.
very rad and red.
Yeah, it's pretty rad.
I like it.
I got inspired from the
Netflix series.
Well, oh really? The scene in, I think it's episode 3 of season 2, when he's in the stairwell
Ah, yeah.
and he cracks his neck and he has the red light on him.
Yep. Moist
Power
Boys.
Rangers.
Boys. It's
That's really
just
cool.
What Power Ranger is that?
The Purple Ranger.
the bluish gray ranger.
It's the Teal Ranger. Yes, teal.
Ha,
Silver
that's
Ranger.
funny. That's funny because my college's colors, or the color is teal.
Nice.
Really nice
Fun.
stuff.
Oh gosh.
So
You go to
next,
college.
Loves it.
Nick. Hey, Nick.
Oh, hi,
Have you
Mark.
noticed how these pouches on the belt look like a happy face?
Yeah. Now you
No,
ruined
I
the
can't
cap.
take
Notice
another cat picture seriously.
Just the cap is now ruined
I still love it. I love you, Cap.
with the smiley pockets.
They're really happy.
This
you know?
was just a test shot I did in the light box with the black background.
Looks great though. Like I really like how the black looks infinite. That's how you do it, dude.
Pretty good.
I literally did this right before I hopped on the podcast last week, and then I
Yeah.
posted the picture.
I really like this one too. This Doctor Strange
This
one.
one's inspired by Papa Jaime with the TV background. Shout out,
Papa bless.
shout out, Papa bless Jaime.
Shout
Puerto
out
Rican
accepted.
Ethan.
Puerto Rican Ethan. That's great.
Shout out Bacon.
White hot X8.
White Hot Power Rangers. You know,
Where's his
Rocco
gadget?
commented on this.
That's pretty
It
cool.
fell out,
What-
remember?
Yeah, you lost.
Oh, by the way,
gas hat.
I found it. I found it. I was so happy. But as I was saying, Rocco commented on my picture. He's like, "Oh,
Right.
Power Rangers," and then that
Yeah, he
Toku
did the
guy,
same thing with
he
me.
was like, "That's not Power Rangers." And I was like, "Oh,
Power Rangers.
What? Someone commented, you know?
It was Tokusatsu League.
yeah,
Oh, what?
Tokusatsu League." He was like, "That's not Power Rangers." I was like, "Oh God, dude, come down."
He approves, but he also disapproves.
I mean, he's trying to make. He'd like. I don't know.
He liked but disliked.
He protects, but he attacks. This Fibbins is cinematic. What the fuck? This is amazing.
It's the
Thank
real
you.
fire.
Still waiting on my game from Ty. What the hell, Ty?
That's not Gando.
This is Bushin game.
That's a gay guy.
Blood orange.
That looks amazing, dude. What do
Thank
you
you.
think, DNA?
I think that photo looks really cool. It kind of reminds me of some of the I don't know who's making all the samurai Star Wars characters, but it kind of reminds me of the same kind of line as well.
Well, it's all Bandai.
Yeah, they're making.
They're all making the same.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, yeah. And it definitely draws in from the line. Is that a Kamen Rider figure that they kind of put?
It's a Power Ranger.
Kamen Rider.
Clearly, I don't know the difference very well between either of them, but I do have an appreciation for the art style that they have.
And that fire in the background is real.
It's real fire, dude.
Is it really?
Yes, it
Yeah.
is.
Yeah.
These guys crazy
Fibbins-
burning up his house, too.
Yeah, this is crazy.
And this is a shout out to Cameron Banana.
Yeah, I kind of jacked his style. I was like, yeah, you know what? I'm doing the shit with the B.
He's been doing a lot of shots like that. Whose shot is this, though?
That's mine.
Fibbins.
Filler Bunny Ninja Shark.
Oh, Fibbins. That's a clean shot. Yeah, you definitely... I see the inspiration from those photos, but I think it's a
Yeah.
really sick shot.
Yeah.
It definitely
This
looks like a beat.
Again, real fire. Really cool stuff.
Really?
Yeah, dude.
Yes.
Now, are you guys having just like a little like ashtray or something that you're burning something on?
I had this this candle tray I've had for a while, and that's
Oh.
where I would make my ash to use for dial work and stuff. And I'm like, well, I mean, I already set fires on it. We tried it.
All right.
I just try to keep everything far enough away from each other. Try not to kind of get an idea of if there's going to be any gust, which way the fires might go, and try to keep the foam away from that, my lamps away from that.
Fun anecdote. One time I was trying to do that, which clearly
Wow,
Fibbins,
Jaime. Pause, Jaime.
clearly
Anec-
Fibbins nailed. Shut up, Adam. I used like a little stick of the smelly things. I forgot the name. Incense. Yeah, incense. And basically, like I was doing the setup in my bed, really like a dumbass, and I
Oh,
almost
God.
burned my entire bed. So
Now
yeah,
you gotta
Fibbins- way
respect
better.
the fire.
yeah, but
You gotta
I got the shot, so who cares if I burn out the house, right?
You got to respect
True.
the fire.
True statement.
Oh yeah, this is beautiful work, Fibbins. I
Thank
like
you.
it. And Bacon, he hasn't been shooting yet, but he's working on some stuff that he sent us a little preview for us to see, and I'm not sure if he even will finish these.
Oh,
He's making like a badass Woody.
But for reals, like he's actually working on the ninja shot right here. He's making a cutout and all that. It's gonna be great. Like, yeah, Bacon, come on, dude.
Like cut
we can
out.
finish them.
You can get on that. Get on that shit already.
Hashtag finish
it.
them shits.
Finish them shit. Yeah, hell yeah.
Finish some shit.
And this thing
Still hasn't
It's
been
someone
fixed.
like
What
a
the?
god church.
selling like a god church. And it's now time to check the hashtag GoFigure, hot or not.
Why have we not gotten rid of that picture?
I think it's getting
We
worse
never will.
each time.
I'm gonna take it by
Hashtag
Adam saying
cute
anything.
It's
Say
a staple of the podcast now.
What does that say? That says hashtag what?
Cute boys.
Cute
Cute
boys.
boys.
You boys.
So
I'm
yeah,
gonna
whenever
take
you
it by the
hear
way that
whenever you hear Adam talk now, just think of this picture.
No, don't.
about to save that as your
So
picture here.
Let's go right into hashtag go_fig. And just before we started,
Let's get right into the tag.
let me just explain it a little bit to you, DNA. Basically, what we do is we look at the picture, right? We decide, each of the members decides if it's hot or not. If hot
Or
wins,
thought.
it's supposed to be
Hot
featured on our
Supposed
page.
to be.
Supposed to, but
Yes,
I haven't
supposed
done it yet. I will though. One day.
Okay.
And
Eventually.
One day.
if it's not hot, then we just roast it for a little bit, but not in like a mean way. You know, we get feedback and all that.
Yeah.
So cool. Let's just start right with this one, I guess.
Yeah, start with Adam Smith.
I gotta say that's hot.
That's hot.
Yeah, I dig it.
mean, it's automatic hot.
I like the cutout work.
Effects are clean. And the
The
details.
cutout work is really nice.
Yeah.
That's like one of the only times that you can put a cutout behind.
I mean, like those kind of sound effects, they could work.
Yeah,
like
that's
that,
what I
man.
mean. You can. Yeah.
That's really great, though. I like how he lighted the head a little bit with red, so you can see he's
Mhm.
like going insane and all that. That's pretty cool.
Or he is already insane.
You
He's
know,
a psycho.
he's going all psycho mode. That's what I'm saying.
Oh. Okay, I see.
This is amazing, man.
I
Simon.
like that one too.
That's
Nice.
hot.
There's another one
Wait,
that
wait,
I
wait,
think
wait.
Plastic
I'm
Snaps
totally
did.
a dumbass. What do you guys think about this one? Hot or not on the Adam Smith
We
one?
all said hot.
Yeah, we all said hot.
Yeah.
dude.
Okay, it's hot.
It's never getting featured though. What?
Yeah, it's never go- It's gonna get featured the same day that I send my Dio to Clifton. Oh wait, that already happened, so you can't make that joke.
The White
anymore.
Tiger.
Oh yeah, White
Yeah,
Tiger.
that's
there
the
we
new
go.
that's the new meme. White Tiger.
Oh great.
So I think this is so
Never
hot. I
forget.
really like this one, and it's really
That's
sad
right,
because Simon Hill's gonna be like inactive for a while now
Yeah.
because he actually broke his lens. On the
Oh,
camera.
Oh,
man,
geez.
that sucks.
Oh,
He's gonna be a little bit out of the game for a while, but shout out to him, man. Like we really appreciate your work, dude. And
thanks for using the hashtag.
yeah, thank you for using the hashtag, man. And I hope you get back to it when you have the chance, man. Like really, we appreciate ya. It's awesome, man.
Definitely. I honestly, if I can throw my 2 cents in there, I think he did another photo too of Ant-Man talking to the Statue of Liberty, which I thought
Oh
was.
yeah,
Yeah.
dude.
Mm-hmm.
That was I mean, he's got a really good concept of just
He's
posing.
super creative,
yeah,
dude. He's super creative.
definitely.
Yeah, it's
I
a
also
good
like the
attention
one-
scale.
I like the
Hey,
one
do you
where
know
he's stepping over the city and he's like, "Oh, excuse me."
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, but you know how awesome it is that he pays attention to detail. You can see those little like
Those happy little clouds.
no, but you can see the posts on the back getting smaller, like their distance between them.
Yeah.
On
Well, it's not even just also paying attention to details. It's follow through.
yeah, dude, but that's amazing detail. That's what I'm saying. Because some people might not even notice that, but that's an amazing detail right there.
Well, see, that's the thing is most people won't notice it, and that's your brain accepting the information that's there. That means you did a good job.
Exactly. So I'm just saying it's good. What's the
Very
deal?
good.
It's
What's
hot.
the dealio, bruh?
It's hot. It's
Hot,
some
yeah,
kind of
hot for
banana.
me.
Uh-oh.
Psycho Ninja.
Psycho Ninja doing his ninja thing. I really like how he is using the the articulated icons as Foot Ninja now. That's really cool.
I think that was a clever idea with the headbands. I
That
don't
is
know
really-
yeah.
what used for him, if it was wire, or if it was just cloth. It looks like it was both. But
I think it looks really cool though.
it was a good idea.
This is a good picture.
Did you see? I think there's some sort of group for articulated icons or something, but he posted a picture of the Foot Clan ninja. Okay, whatever. You moved on to another picture. Whatever.
We'll keep
That's dope.
talking, dude. What?
Anyway, somebody asked him, "What ninja is this?"
Oh yeah, I saw that. Yeah. on an articulated icon, dude. So weird.
What ninja figure this is?
Yeah, dude, that was crazy. So yeah, I forgot the the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles one. Hot or not?
Hot.
Hot.
Yeah. And this is actually like taken out from the movie. This scene right here, pretty cool. This is I just gotta say, Brandon, come on, man, this is hot.
Yeah,
Agreed.
that's hot.
Brandon's always doing amazing.
That's,
job.
I mean, I know how large that car is.
Yeah,
he
dude.
fits it all in that scene. That is a big. That car is almost 3 feet long.
Wow.
Yeah, that is
Dude,
no
if I'm not
joke.
mistaken, that's the Rebel Tech, one of the Ninja Turtle TMNT bases too for the street
It
sign.
is.
That's really
Yeah,
cool.
it,
Yeah, I
it was a
didn't
good
notice
call.
that.
It was a good call on a lot of the extras that they have in there,
That's
as far
cool.
as the clouds and the swoosh and
I
even
mean,
the
the
background.
fact that he has like the lens fully opened up for the most part, because like the stuff in the front is in focus, and those smoke clouds are almost 3 feet back.
Yeah, dude, that's amazing.
Like, I think the car is like, yeah, that's pretty damn hot. That's impressive because that's a large scene.
What about this though?
That's
Thought. That's a
spicy
thought.
right there.
I don't even know what I'm looking at besides somebody's like trophy shelf.
I gotta say, this is not.
Yeah, that's
That man's pervy
Yeah,
right now.
not at
And I
all.
couldn't.
I
I
don't
couldn't
even-
even. I couldn't even begin to give feedback, so I'm just not gonna.
That's not even. That's just a photo of toys.
Right there, the Robin one.
This is
The Robin one.
interesting because we always see that Woody figure doing weird shit, but this is actually pretty cool.
Yeah, I'm done with that figure.
goes to
And
next
that's
picture, and
actually-
it's a picture of Woody grabbing his crotch or something.
That is actually the same dude
Wow.
from.
Ha.
Well, good for him getting a solid photo in there.
Yeah, this is.
No
how
offense
I
to the
like
other one. I think that one's a solid photo, where the other one is more of a shelfie.
it. Yeah, this is hot.
Meh.
I'm gonna
I think it's
say more of a warm.
I mean, what's wrong with it though?
Warm.
I don't know. It's just
Nothing's wrong with it. It's just
boring.
Simple.
it's a good photo. Yeah, it's simple. So there's
I
nothing
like
wrong with it. It's a simple photo.
So hot, so warm, I guess. Let me see what we have.
That Ghost Rider Morbius Man Thing photo is just on the
Ooh.
warm side, I guess, too. Oh, it's not that great.
I mean,
Could be a lot
considering there's
better.
fire in it, you can say it's literally hot.
I think it's cool. You know, the only thing that's kind of weird, the pose on.
Yeah, that
Morbius,
I don't
right?
know what he's
Yeah.
doing.
He's kind of just hanging out. As I'm looking at it here on the podcast, there definitely could be some tweaks that I'm looking at, but
I like the.
Well, that's the
thing
point of
they-
reshooting shit.
definitely, right?
I like the shotgun. Pretty cool.
Yeah, I actually just got that from a trade from DC Toy Photography from a NECA Sarah Connor figure.
Nice.
Sarah Connor.
So hot or not on that one on yours?
I'm
What's up?
gonna give it a warm,
Yeah,
mainly
Warm.
because of that Morbius pose.
Yeah, the
Yeah,
Morbius
it's-
pose.
yeah, I agree.
That Morbius, man.
I
But
definitely
overall-
agree.
Overall, dude, like, I'm not even kidding. Like, if you remove the Morbius, I think that picture was hot.
It's got potential, but it's still
Yeah.
it's got a long way to go.
Yeah, I guess.
Do the
Um,
cum banana background
This one?
or a Cure Joe, whichever.
This one first. What do you guys think about this, though?
Well, it's way less cluttered than most of his other shots.
Exactly. I was gonna
That's
say that.
true.
But the angle's a little weird on that Godzilla. But I mean, that's just
I mean, I think
It's
it looks cool because it's like a lower angle, so it's probably like you can see he looks huge. You know what I'm saying?
lol.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think it's cool.
I
that's
think it would have
also
been
what she
better.
said.
I honestly think it would have just been better with a darker background.
I mean, yeah, but
And other than that, it's
Yeah.
fine. I mean, it's not cluttered. It has like I can tell what's going on. It has some like it looks like it's in motion. So I think it would have been better with a darker background.
so what do you think, hot or not?
I'm gonna give it a hot.
I'm gonna
I
give it
think
a
it's
hot.
It's pretty hot. Godzilla's in focus. It's clean. Nothing else wrong with it. Again, the other thing is just a little it's a choice I would have made, decision I would have made.
Ooh, we got the official Tokusatsu
Oh.
seal
It's
of approval.
We don't
You
even
know-
need to give cum banana feedback.
So you know it's hot.
Yep.
It's
True.
automatically hot.
You know what I like about this shot though? The subtle like highlights with the actual lighting. It's really
Yeah.
subtle, really soft, really nice. I like it.
And it's
It's just so funny
it's
hearing you
9
say, I
thumbs
don't
up.
even know. It's so soft.
Come on, dude.
I'm
You're going
sorry.
to college. This is not hot. This is
Ew,
not
that's
good.
This
garbage.
is garbage. It's
Yeah.
just garbage. You
I
didn't
was
even
gonna
light
say
up the background evenly.
Actually,
True.
Who's
like
this guy?
I actually like it because it's pretty cool, and I like how you use the what's it called, the little like grass mat to
You
your
just
back.
obsessed. Oh, you know what the best thing you can't see is there is a stand holding Sora up by behind the leg you can see because he wouldn't stand up otherwise.
But you know what the cool thing is though, like like use the mat to your advantage because it looks like it has like hills and stuff.
That was the idea.
You could
Just
use
Kinda.
you
that.
nailed it.
You could use that grass to make a Windows background. You know,
It
the
it
Windows
ha.
background with
Yeah,
all the hills
It's
and
two pieces of grass. That one in the background was just a piece of freaking extra grass mat or grass freaking square I had for other project, and then I have that circle thing in the front that Jaime's obsessed with.
Yeah, I like it.
There's,
I like
there's more to
Cloud.
those coming. I forget which order things go in.
And this guy has been improving quite a bit. He actually hits me up on Instagram, which I encourage. Like, if you have a question, I would be glad to help you. And this guy has actually been improving quite a bit. Like, this is pretty nice. I like how he did this.
Maybe it could have been just. It seems
a
to be a little
lower
longer.
angle would probably be.
Yeah, a
A
lower
little lower angle, and it needs to fade further back. It's too abrupt.
Yeah, but overall, like, I've seen this guy's progress.
Yeah, I mean the scene is good. The scene is getting there. Like the lighting is pretty on point. Just needs to be longer. Needs to be
Yeah.
more depth.
And a little, I think, yeah, what Adam said too, like the lower angle would help a bit too,
Yeah.
to sell the scale of things.
Hey
Actually,
guys, what time is it over there for you guys?
1:10 a.m.
109
Yeah.
over. So now it's 110.
Oh man, I hate to be that guy, but I have to work at like 4 o'clock in the morning tomorrow. I might have to dip out of here early.
That's no issue at all, dude. Thank you for being a guest. If you got
Oh,
no problem.
I think you just went over a DeHarry shot.
which one?
But
oh,
thank
wait,
you.
never mind. That looks.
So yeah, at the Daniel, thank you for joining us, man. It was a
No
blast.
problem. Thank you for having me on. I hope I can come back on another time, but we'll see. But again, for this one, I appreciate you guys having me on. It was a really awesome interview, and I appreciate the opportunity.
Yeah, cool,
No
man.
problem, dude. It was
We're just
fun.
about to wrap up either way, so that's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, boy.
All right. Well, thanks again, dudes. I appreciate it.
Cool.
All
Fun,
right.
man.
We'll talk to you.
Oh my God, D just uploaded the Spider-Man review.
So, guys, the
okay,
podcast
bye.
is
Gonna go watch it.
Yeah,
Go.
okay.
the podcast is about
Shout out
Japan.
Tokusatsu League. I love you, fam.
So yeah, there's a lot of cool stuff, I think, but I want to watch the review though.
So we're gonna share it with everybody
yeah,
else.
yeah, same. Let's just end it. Everyone go watch Darius's review right now.
This is
Well,
hot, by
well-
the way. I don't care what anyone says. This is hot.
Let's watch it.
I like
live.
how he made
Yes,
the
that's
NECA
hot.
one look
That's-
good.
I like
Yeah,
it.
he made the neck
See?
up.
See, there you go. The background's a different color than blue. I like it a little more.
This one hot.
Yeah,
I
But
like
yeah,
this one more than the other one.
I think let's wrap up, dude. Like we've been
or
here,
we
like
could watch the review live.
no, that's stupid. Just go watch the review, guys.
This
Yeah.
No,
stupid.
I'm hungry.
Yeah.
I gotta go eat dinner.
Ooh, this is cool.
That's the shot I was talking about.
Anyway, yeah. Anyways, hot or not?
Also, that Robin and Superman one. I love that.
Oh yeah, dude, this is amazing by Brandon.
yeah,
too.
that one's.
I like the way he like mixes and blends the cutout with the figure. It looks like the fucking, the head. So that's pretty cool.
Cool.
Like,
Anyways.
like when I first saw that picture, I thought all of Robin was a cutout.
No, it almost looks like it.
It's pretty
You
cool.
see
though.
the elbow and
Mm-hmm.
the hips.
And the hips.
Yeah, but if you look at it really like
Yeah,
That's it. I love this.
like, once
I
I-
love this shot.
without
once
paying
I saw
attention,
the articulation, I was
Yeah.
like, "Oh, okay." But
More
like,
impressive,
At
too.
first, I thought it was a.
that's even more impressive though. If it's a real
Yeah.
figure with a face and a cutout. Anyways, thank you all for watching. This was a cool episode. I'll promise I will eventually feature everyone. I'm gonna look back at the past
Shout out
episodes.
Tokusatsu.
Shout out to Tokusatsu League. You know you made it when you got that thumbs up. And
Yeah, I
You
don't
know
put
you
any
really
thumbs
made it
up.
when it's not a
anything else you guys
Kamen
want to?
Rider picture.
Well, yeah, dude, that's right. Anything else you guys want to say before we actually leave?
Hot Toys Homecoming Spider-Man is definitely better than the SH Figure Art Spider-Man. And if you really want a bang for your buck, buy the Marvel Legends one because it's 100% better.
The texture.
Also,
texture.
I know it's old news, but the Black Panther Marvel Legends is way better than the Figure Arts too.
Oh yeah, true. The
yeah.
I just want to end on that
so
note.
much better.
Hey, the potato.